Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking live at the Hamlin Lions Club field. It is 2021, post-COVID era, we hope. I am Ryan Pritchard alongside my tag team partner is Brian Vance, and it's time for another installment of the mellow smoothness that is the R&B show. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We are back. It is West Virginia High School football Friday night. Game 1 of the regular season will pit Brian to get up here tonight to Hamlin and Lincoln County, and they will be taking on the Lincoln County Panthers tonight. Brian,
we're back.
We're back.
It's so nice, folks. I can tell you, there's a crowd here already. I'm looking out here. There's still a line of traffic coming in here.
Sir.
We're kind of allowing for fans this year. I know that the Delta variant has spiked up a little bit, but please, let's hope a lot of people are getting their vaccinations. We're trying to be safe as we can, but at least the crowds are back. Football is back. I'm telling you, I got chill bumps right now. It's football season again.
People in the stands, people clamoring to get in. I'll tell you what, it feels like Friday night.
Absolutely.
Unlike last year, we had some Friday nights. Most people had more than others.
Yep.
But hey, we were thankful for what we had. And let's talk a little bit about the Panthers, Brian, in their first year head coach last year, Mr. Brad Likens. He only went 500 in his first year during the COVID era. Not too shabby, if you ask me.
Not too shabby at all. Kind of, think about it. You take over a new team, really. Mm-hmm. You got to learn what you've got. You got to piece things together. You have no off season.
Right.
None. They had no off season like they did this year.
Correct.
We had a lot of we did some 7-on-7 camps.
Right.
You had the weight room going on. So, talking to Coach Likens, we've got some kids that are bigger, faster, stronger.
Name of the game.
Those are the three things that will help you in football.
That is exactly right.
So, again, and I talked to Coach Likens. He said it's really been it's totally different from what last year was. He feels so much more prepared coming August this year.
Right.
Because you know what you had, but he got to work with them some. And you got to talk to these guys. You got to see them in the weight room. Mm-hmm. Much more, even though we do still have some young players on the squad,
sure.
A much more veteran group. So I think we have a good sense of what he's got this year. And there are high expectations in Lincoln County this year.
There are high expectations in Lincoln County, Brian. You're right. And let's start with probably the highest expectation on the Panthers. And he's in the backfield wearing number 1. Kind of hard to miss. But if you miss him, he'll take it to the house.
Absolutely. They had a couple scrimmages and played Wayne last week. The whole line did exactly what they should have done. They didn't blow him off the ball. They just turned 2 guys. You gave him a crease. 50 yards later, he's in the end zone.
Sure. And that gentleman, we haven't mentioned his name yet. I'm amiss that we haven't said his name yet because we know who he is. But our viewers may not know who he is, and that is one Mr. Isaiah Smith.
All-State last year, and we have expectations this year. But he's not all.
He's not all.
That's the kicker this year. You got to realize we've got Grant Bates coming back this year.
We do, yes.
Mr. Bates was a first-year starter last year.
He was.
With no off-season, and still did really well. Had some injuries. He's healthy this year, coming into the season as healthy as ever. Mm-hmm. He's had a full year doing some 7-on-7 camps and all that. Huge strides for that young man. Huge strides. Because I'm telling you, folks, the quarterback position, anybody that knows football will tell you, is the most difficult position.
Sure it is.
Mentally.
Sure it is.
So he is prepared this year. And again, I think we're going to see a different quarterback than what we saw last year. And he did well last year.
All right, well, so let's talk about, you mentioned Isaiah being a returning All-Stater. Let's talk about another returning All-Stater that we haven't got to say that very often in Lincoln County High School history, having 2 repeat All-Staters on the same team, and he plays a little bit of everything. I think he may even work in the concession stand during halftime, slinging popcorn and putting sauce on the dogs, and that's Mr. Nolan Shemp.
Absolutely, and Nolan, I got to talk to his dad some this year, attended some camps, got high rewards. This is a kid's looked at by some colleges. Legit. I mean, again, worked his tail off, as a bunch of them have in the offseason, to get that bigger, faster, stronger. Attended a bunch of camps. Mm-hmm. So, again, getting more instruction. And like you said, he's almost like a coach on the field. I mean, he really is. His knowledge of the game of football, not only is he athletically gifted, but he's got a great football mind. Mm-hmm. And I was talking to some of the coaching staff, and they said it, as he goes, the team goes.
Sure. You have to have that one vocal leader, and at the same token, lead by example.
Yep.
Not just with your voice and your words, but with your feet and your IQ. and your knowledge and everything like that.
Well,
just
I
like you
guarantee
alluded to. And Nolan is that guy.
And I will guarantee you that Princeton coaches have told their players, where's he at every play on the defensive side of the ball.
Right. And I think a new strategy that Coach Likens may want to adopt, and this is just me being me, have several different jerseys on the bench, and each series maybe have Nolan switch.
Yeah, change out.
Have
That would
change
be a
out
good
jerseys.
strategy.
That way, it keeps up the mystique of
Now,
where he is.
for the Panthers, unfortunately, Princeton's coming in.
Yeah.
They did lose
Yes.
some D1 wide receivers.
They did.
They did lose a running back.
They did.
But they got this guy in the backfield, this quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's, 6'4", 220?
He's listed as 6'4", 220, and is currently a junior at Princeton High School, and he is also a returning All-Stater by the name of Mr. Grant Cochran, and he is the catalyst, signal caller, trigger man, lone gunslinger, if you will. Insert adjective here. Grant Cochran is a legit D1 prospect. I mean, let's think about it, Brian. 6'4", 220, drop back passer. They run a spread, 3 and 4 wide. He'll throw it all over the field. And the way football has evolved into this fast break, greatest show on turf, grass, whatever you call it. He can sling. He can spin the bean.
It's really interesting seeing how really, and I'm going to say this 2000s era. And a lot of people, you hear the Howell Mummies, Rich Rodriguez, those people
Right.
brought this. I'll shoot the coach now. Forgot it.
Run and shoot.
The run and shoot that came in. This fast break style of football came down to the high school level. We talked to Coach Likens. He was going to, and he talked about it.
Sure.
Changing tempos, run that up tempo sometime, run that go. And
Sure.
folks, if you're out here tonight, I can tell you right now, it is very humid.
It is very humid, and that might play a factor with keeping kids hydrated and such. And also, where they're being a factor, it's not raining, it's humid, so speed on both sides of the ball is going to be paramount, I think. And with it being a first game of the regular season, scrimmages and whatnot, and you tweak here and you tweak there, now you execute your game plan. You've been working on it all week. Here it is. It's Friday night. Brian, I think what this game may come down to simply is execution.
In every game, and we've talked about this so much, and I've talked to Coach Likens, and I talked to Princeton's coach a little bit, penalties. It's the first game of the season. Your team's fired up. It's live now. It's not a scrimmage. This is live. This means now. This counts, right? You're amped up. Those small penalties and turnovers could definitely, because I can tell you, folks, on paper, these two teams are evenly matched. So it's going to be a break here, a break there.
I think so.
A turnover here, a penalty there. Like I told you, if you start getting momentum running the football, and all of a sudden you've gained 3 or 4 first downs, and then boom, you got a holding penalty. It's 1st and 20.
Right.
Oh, no, you got offsides. Now it's 1st and 25. What, you're behind the chains. It's tough to pick that up.
Right. Got to move the chains and advance the football. Well, Brian, right now it looks like we're going to have pregame activities from the award-winning Lincoln County High School Marching Panther Band under the direction of Maddie McAllister. And the national colors will be presented by our own Lincoln County High School Panther Battalion JROTC program under the direction of Cadet Jacob Adkins. So here come the Marching Panthers onto the field, and ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a brief break, and we'll be back on the air with you momentarily after the presentation of our nation's colors, and we'll get the pregame coin toss and the kickoff right to you very soon. We've got 13 minutes left on the clock, and we'll see you folks back here very shortly on the Armstrong family of networks.
trying to set the sound here. Yeah. Okay. That's this book. Yeah, that's that book. All right. Mike Wood.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2.
Check 1 2.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are under 4 minutes away from the opening kickoff of the 2021 high school football season here in West Virginia. Tonight's game, the Lincoln County Panthers are playing host to the playoff team from a year ago, the Tigers of Princeton High School. And Brian, as we alluded to during our pregame analysis, it's going to come down to execution, I feel, which team limits their mistakes, turnovers, penalties, etc. You want to chime in on that and take it from there?
I think it's absolutely, and we'll start off again just to thank Armstrong Communications for bringing this broadcast to us. Again, setting high atop the hill here in the Armstrong Mobile Studio, as we always call it.
Shout out.
Visit them real quick at www.armstrongonewire.com. Ask about their new Zoom Extreme and Plume product that changes the way you're doing your. I mean, it's unbelievable the way the internet works now. It's everywhere.
That is what we like to call in the business a shameless plug, ladies and gentlemen.
And again, now we're seconds away from the opening kickoff. You know, there was a few games Thursday night, a few high school games. We started this whole follow the college thing and do some Thursday night games, but this is officially the kickoff of the season.
This is it. Friday night lights are back. Post-COVID, we only hope. And ladies and gentlemen, everybody is 0-0 coming in, and everybody's got a shot at the playoffs starting tonight.
You know, and listen, I'm really impressed here. You know, Princeton, that's a long drive for the folks at Princeton to come down here, and they got a pretty good crowd came in tonight. I mean, they were talking about they brought their band down.
Traveled very well. Yes, sir.
Appreciate that. Love the, you know, hope they had a good, safe trip, and hope they have a good, safe trip back. Now, we hope that the score might not be the best for them, but definitely want to thank them and hope them a safe trip home.
We do. We only hope that the only negative we want to say about the Princeton Tigers is that we hope you have 1 point less than we do when it's all said and done.
Absolutely. That's another thing you'll hear us, just to let you know, folks, we're just used up because, you know, it's the first game for the officials, too.
Right. First game for the officials, first game for the broadcasters.
But they got to be perfect. We can't give them a break.
No. No. When have we ever?
Never.
Yeah, when have we ever? All right, ladies and gentlemen, looks like Princeton will be kicking off. They are wearing the white jerseys, blue helmets, blue pants, and they will be kicking off to Lincoln County. He was wearing all black tonight. And going to get that kicker's jersey number here in just a moment. That's number 35. That is Casey Gesso, who looks like he's going to be kicking off for the Tigers. And ladies and gentlemen, we are just moments away. You're looking live at Hamlin Lions Club Field in Lincoln County, and we're just about ready to literally kick off the 2021 season, and we are underway. High end over end kick taken at the 5 by Lincoln County to the 15 and up to the 20 before he's wrestled down by a host of Tigers. And Lincoln County will come out 1st and 10 for their first series of the opening regular season.
Hey, nice job. Get that butterflies out of your system. I always used to tell everybody, said, man, I was always nervous wreck. So Isaiah Coons back there getting that first thing. Once you get that first hit, it's off now. You're in.
Ready to go.
Jitters are gone. You're ready to play football now. As Lincoln County, look at this, come out in a double set. Twins to both sides.
All right. So twins to both sides, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Looks like Gabe Bates is back in the shotgun with Isaiah Smith on his left hip. There's the snap, gives to Smith through a quick hole, who has 5, who has 10, who has about 14 yards on the first carry of the season. First down, Lincoln County on a nice little Quick hitter there, Brian, out of the shotgun.
And exactly what we talked about earlier. Both the center and Mr. Racer, and I think the guard number 77 for Lincoln County, did a nice job of just securing the hole. Didn't blow anybody off the ball, but just give him that room. And all you got to give him is a crease.
Bates huddling, going with that up-tempo style that we talked about. Smith, it's a play-action pass. He's got a man down the field, in and out of the hands. Bates' first pass looked like that was intended for
Nolan Shemp.
And it just off the fingertips. So that would have been a big play right there to start the season.
The good news is he had two. The inside guy was streaking down the field wide open too. So that's good to know. Now you've loosened up a defense here.
Sure.
Now you've showed them, hey, we can do it.
Okay, different formation for the Panthers this time as they do huddle. One receiver split each way. Bates in the gun. Isaiah Smith bound directly behind him. Man in motion, right to left. Bates takes and gives to Smith, who follows his blockers around, and he's gobbled up right at the line of scrimmage, maybe half a yard on the carry, and the Tigers were ready for that one as they forced him, looks like, to the outside there, Brian, and then gang tackled at the point of attack.
Yeah, it's just a couple missed blocks on that assignment there. You know, I was talking to coaches, and, yeah, Princeton does show a four-man front, but they're bringing somebody every play. So you'll see at least one or two. It's a four-man front with one or two blitzers coming every play. Really thought Lincoln County had the numbers on that side, but just a couple missed blocks. They bring up third down now.
All right, third down for Lincoln County. Two receivers each way. He sends one in motion. Bates gets a signal. It's a straight drop back. Looking, setting up a screen for Smith, who's got room to run. But then that room is quickly gobbled up by the Tigers' defense as they force him back inside again. And it's going to be a minimal gain, maybe 3 yards on the pass and on the pass completion, and it'll bring up a 4th and long. Panthers forced to punt.
Yeah, nice pursuit by the Tigers on that one. When it first really hit that, I thought, this could be a big gainer, and they did a great job of swarming as Lincoln County now punts away. That's can't get the number who's back for Princeton.
Looks like Colin Miller in to do the punting for Lincoln County. Gets the snap, rugby-style punt, low, end-over-end wobbler, and it's fielded cleanly, and then bobbled, and then wrapped up. That's number 19 for Princeton. Tavaje Smith on the return, minimal return on that play. Good special teams from Lincoln County on that one.
And I'll say it, you'll call this name 1,000 times tonight, but there was number 7, Nolan Shemp, to make the tackle.
All right, so Princeton is going to set up 1st and 10 on their own 39-yard line. Really good field position here, Brian, for the Tigers. And if there's one thing you don't want to give Grant Cochran is good field position.
Absolutely. We'll see what the Panther defense comes up with. Almost, though, we talked about that momentum swings, that almost huge turnover right there. I mean, he bobbles that, it comes right back to him. Lincoln County finds a way. If that one comes out a different way and out of his hands, that's a huge play.
Okay, so Cochran's got 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. And running back, we're going to substitute there quickly for the Panthers.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the whole
maybe an equipment. Looked like he was holding his chin strap as he came off there, Brian. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Cochran, the quarterback for Princeton. Backs up into the shotgun formation, awaiting the snap. There it is. And he gives to the first man beside him. That is number 44, Brody Rice on the carry, and he picks up good positive yardage on first down, about 5 yards.
Yeah, nice little hole there brought down by Isaiah. Again, a good seal on the inside to free him up. I mean, he doesn't look like a speedster running back. He's that that bowling ball type running back that's going to get that tough yards for you.
Downhill runner, as they say. All right, Cochran again, same formation. 1 receiver split right, 2 to his left. Bryce in the backfield beside him.
Oh, looks like we got another equipment malfunction. Or
let's see what we got going on here.
I think he's looking for a piece of his helmet or something.
Maybe.
There.
Okay.
That's number 61 for the Panthers.
80, I believe it was
81.
Yes.
81, Dustin Jeffers.
Okay.
That's a defensive end.
2nd down, we'll call it 5 for the Tigers. Takes and gives it to Rice again. Rice is going to pinball his way up and through, and he's going to pick up a Tiger first down on a good piece of hard running. Picks up about 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 yards on that one.
Yeah, a little worrisome right now for the Panthers because that interior line for Princeton right now has control. They had a big surge. I mean, he was 3 yards before he even saw the first Panther.
Okay, so 1st and 10 Princeton on the Lincoln County side of the 50. We'll call it the 47. 9:20 to go here on a rolling clock in the first quarter. No score. This is the initial drive for Princeton. And Grant Cochran, the signal caller for the Tigers, calling out his plays. 2 receivers left, 1 split right. Rice in the backfield on his right hip. Cochran's Hayes going to throw his first pass of the night. Looking. Had a man, number 11. That was John Wellman, and it was in and out of the hands. Good defense there by the corner from Lincoln County.
Yeah, I think that was Isaiah Coons did a nice job of just staying with this guy. That's the one thing I wondered about an offense like this. When you like to throw it, you got Cochran back in the backfield, but you saw some success. You ran the ball, picked up 5. You ran the ball, you picked up a first down. Can they do that? Or do they want to say, no, we're a fast break type offense. Let's start airing it out.
Okay. Well, the chess match will continue, I'm sure. Looks like Cochran's got their play call from the sideline. Panthers shift their defensive line around. 2 receivers left, 1 split right for Cochran again. Rice straight back behind him this time in the gun, and it's going to take and give, and he's going to be met in the backfield by a host of Panthers. Initial hit by number 4, Colin Miller.
Yeah, untouched Colin did. But I tell you what I was impressed with. Those plays that Colin Miller came in, broke down, did exactly, because, sometimes you come in there so fast and you miss the running back completely.
Right.
He said, not today.
Right, that's a loss of 3 yards on the play. Backs them back over the 50 to their own 49. And it's going to be 3rd down and long. We'll call it 13 yards for Princeton.
And realize that Princeton's breaking in some new running backs. And right now, I'm not seeing that speed yet.
Right.
Either running back. So for Lincoln County, right now, you got to be expecting the air. Here it comes. Mr. Cochran's going to be airing this one out.
All right, let's see what Cochran's got up his sleeve this time. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Takes the gun snap. Play action pass. Cochran looking. Oh, he leads 1 tackler. Looking, still looking. Gets rid of it under a host of pressure from the Panthers, and that pass is going to fall incomplete, and we do have a flag on the play.
Be anxious to see what this play is. Great penetration. That was number 79 for the Panthers, and looks like we got a wrong number here, but it was a fantastic penetration. But you got to finish it. You got to hold on to that big man.
Let's see what the penalty is. Looks like it's going to be against the Tigers, Brian.
Illegal man downfield.
Illegal man downfield, so that's a loss of downs. Should be declined, bringing up 4th down, and maybe Princeton will punt here, flirting at midfield with a 4th and 13.
It'd be interesting to see if they do happen to. Looks like they're keeping the offense on the field.
It does. 1 receiver split to the left, 2 receivers split to the right.
But we're setting up like they're going to throw it because they're going to punt it because Isaiah Smith is back.
Could be a quick kick here for Cochran, maybe?
That's what I'm thinking. Yep.
Cochran puts his foot to it. Nice end-over-end punt. And that's going to roll dead. Oh, my. Ooh, that's going to be killed at the 2-yard line. Nice bit of punting there by Cochran.
Absolutely. But you know what? That shows me a pretty good scouting report by the coaching staff there.
Yeah.
Because, Isaiah never came up. He knew he was going to quick kick that one. So, again, a good job by the coaching staff to scout that out and go, no, stay back. He's going to kick it.
Excellent. Okay, so the Panthers with a bit of real estate in front of them now, setting up 1st and 10 at their own. Well, looks like they spotted it up to about the 3, checked up there at the 3-yard line. So both offenses kind of feeling each other out here. Let's see what the Panthers have in store. 2 receivers split to the left of Gabe Bates, 2 to the right. Quick pass over. That's Nolan Shemp on breakaway. Nice bit of running on the quick pass to Shemp. That's going to be good enough for a 1st down. About 15 yards on the
play call.
Yeah.
Love it. Princeton's expecting right now. You're on the 3-yard line. You know what they're expecting? We're going to hand off to Smith right up the gut, try to get us out of the end zone. You catch him off guard with that quick hitter, and Nolan Shemp, boom, just like that, 1st down.
Nice. So the Panthers with a little bit of breathing room now as they approach the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 at their own 17. 2 receivers split each way for Gabe Bates. Isaiah Smith right behind him. And he checks up to Bates' left hip. Gives it to Smith. Smith bounces out the initial. Avoids the initial surge, and Smith is still trucking. And he's going to pick up a nice gain there. Almost 1st down yardage before he is brought down by number 44. That's Brody Rice doing double duty for the Tigers.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great nice little run there because, again, we say it every year, man, this kid runs angry. And what that means is he hates to get tackled. One guy's not going to bring this guy, Smith, down.
So it is good enough for a first down. The chains will move. Lincoln County picks up their second first down of the drive. Bates takes, quarterback keep, follows up through the hole, picks up maybe a yard, maybe two. Looks like Princeton was waiting for that one. Again, Brody Rice in on the stop for the Tigers.
That's one of those coaches going to look at Dakota Lawrence. The big guy came out there, and it's tough because you're trying to pick a guy out. He just picked the wrong guy.
Right.
And that was interesting to see that, Princeton that time, the coaches talked about how much they love the blitz, but now they've kind of pulled those linebackers out a little bit. Neither one of them blitzed that time.
Okay. Good eye there. Okay. Second down, and we'll call it 8 for Lincoln County. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Bates claps his hands, gets the signal, hands off to Smith, up in the hole, follows his blockers. He's going to pick up 2, maybe 3 yards on the play. Then he's brought down by a host of Tigers, leading the Chargers 55, Tyler Dye. And he's a big hunk of humanity there for the Tigers in the interior.
You're not kidding. And that's the one other thing, I was talking to Coach Likens. I actually talked to some of the assistant coaches as well. The offensive line, we have here, and you got to realize a lot of new pieces put in there. And the kicker is to work as one unit. That it's so important in an offensive line. That's a group within a group. And so if you can get them all operating as one unit, especially running some of the zone blocking schemes that we're going to try to do this year.
Okay, so third down, and we'll call it a long 6 for Lincoln County from their own 32. Bates is rolling to his right, looking, firing. He's got a man in and out of the hands. In and out of the hands. No flags come. And the pass intended for Noel Ship broken up nicely by number 19. That's Tavaje Smith in on the stop.
That I'll say the official.
Was he early?
I thought he was early. I didn't think it was even really that close of a call that he was there early. But again, they didn't throw it, so it didn't happen.
Right. So we've got an injured Panther on the field. Can't see that gentleman's number there, but we will await as the training staff goes out to check on him. Hopefully he'll be all right.
Yep, because that's Nolan.
Is it number 7?
Yep,
Nolan Ship is down on the turf. And
hope that young man's okay. Again, I thought for a second there, because it wasn't a bad pass, but I thought for a second Bates was just going to pull it down and take off with it. Right. I think he may have been close to gotten the first down, but again, a good throw. Again, I thought he was there early, but again, I may be biased or whatever.
Well, it's a bang-bang play.
It is. It's a bang-bang play.
From our vantage point, it looked like he got there early.
Yep.
And again, the referees saw it differently. Funny how they do that.
Isn't it amazing how they do stuff like that?
They say hindsight's 20/20, but you have to have hindsight for it to be 20/20.
That's exactly right.
That's just me splitting hairs, I'm sure.
We'll take a quick moment here.
Sure.
Thank some of our sponsors.
Oh, yes,
all that and more. Located in Hamlin, West Virginia. If you notice, hey, some of the best ice cream, folks. If you've not been there, oh my gosh, it's fantastic. Yep, it's not good for my waistline, but it is fantastic. But they also have the bakery there now. If you get a chance to stop by right there in the corner where the old red light used to be at, all that and more.
See, that's where you have to stop plugging these wonderful places to eat, Brian. I've been dieting hard since June the 1st, ladies and gentlemen. I've lost 70 pounds.
And hey,
but no offense to all that and more, but by not coming to your establishment and having the ice cream and all of the bakery and stuff, Brian, I'll leave that up to you.
Well, congratulate this. The Hershey ice cream.
Well, of course it's Hershey.
And guess what? The number 1 seller of Hershey ice cream in the state of West Virginia, and number 2 on the East Coast.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
That's
not surprised
phenomenal.
at all. I think it's fantastic. Great for them. Who else we got to thank, Brian?
Lincoln Primary Care Center.
Yeah, absolutely.
Serving Lincoln County for many, many years, and during this COVID crisis, they have been fantastic. Again, if you need to stop by, they're still giving vaccines out. They're still doing the testing.
Yes.
So please stop by and see the folks at Lincoln Primary Care Center for all your healthcare needs. Again, Doc Elkins, the entire staff out there does a fantastic job. And for a little shout out to Doc Elkins, who was on the National Federation of High School
Sports Medicine.
Yes, absolutely. The national. You got nominated to that.
Wow. So hopefully his fantasy football team will be even more dreary than it is now because he'll have less time on his hands to take care of that.
But think about how fortunate we are here in Lincoln County. That
it's a fantastic honor.
Yeah.
That's huge. That's huge. All right, looks like we're going to be back to football here, folks. Fourth down, looks like Gabe Bates is in the gun. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left.
Looks like Coach is going to roll the dice here on this fourth down early in the first quarter.
Fourth down, we'll call it a long 7 from their own 32. Bates is going to fire. He's got a man, Isaiah Smith, has skipped it off the turf. And Isaiah Smith is going to push forward ahead, and I think he's got it. That's going to be a first down for Lincoln County right at their own 40. Good play call, good execution. We'll take it.
You know what? It's nice when you have that weapon.
It is.
When you have that weapon to say, you know what, let's just get it to him and go get it. And that's what he did.
I'm going to get the ball in the hands of probably my best player, my fastest player. And we're going to take a shot.
And go. And it paid off. That's a huge play right here early in this first quarter with 5:49 to go.
Right.
On a rolling clock. That's a big first down pickup.
Bates in the gun. He's going to take and he's going to hand off to, that is Nolan Shimp, who's back in the game. Only missed one play on the injury. And Nolan Shimp's going to bang forward ahead for about 6-7 yards on the play.
And that's another nice addition here with Nolan. I mean, think about it. Isaiah just run this great play. Give him a break. You don't lose nothing. You put in Nolan and say, you know what? He picks up, 9, 8?
Yeah, we'll call it a short 8.
Short 8. Short 8.
Call it a short 8.
Short 8.
All right, so 2 receivers getting situated there. Looks like Bates is going to have 1 running back on each hip and 1 receiver split each way, left and right. Second down, we'll call it 3. It's going to give to Shimp again. Shimp's going to surge forward. Ball's on the carpet. And it's loose. Looks like Princeton may have gobbled that one up, Brian.
Yes, I think they do have that one. And there's that first turnover of the game.
On the strip there, as Shimp went through, I saw a Tiger reach in and rake it out, and they sure did. That's number 10 on the recover, Carter Meacham for the Tigers. And Lincoln County was moving the ball down the field, Brian, and little hiccup.
And that right there, as we talked about it, you picked up that big first down. You got a lot of momentum right now, and just like that, boom. And now Princeton has the ball. And unfortunately, you're giving that man, we want to keep it out of his hands as much as possible.
We need to keep Mr. Cochran out of his hands and honestly off the field.
Absolutely.
That'll be the best defense against him is keep him over there. So 1st and 10 Princeton. Trip set to his left. 1 split to his right. Running back on his hip as Cochran. That's going to be a false start against the Tigers. We'll back them up 5 yards. And we'll try it again. 1st and 15 at their own 45.
And there it is. There's those first game mistakes that just drive. We always said, you hear coaches say the biggest improvements become between game 1 and 2.
Right.
They're not really scrimmages, because scrimmages are what they are. You try to get that, but they're still scrimmages. Sure. Kids know it. They know they're scrimmages.
Sure.
This is live action.
1st and 15 for Princeton. 4:57 to go here in the first quarter. Still no score from Lions Club Field. Princeton trying to take advantage of a Lincoln County fumble. He hands off to Rice, who surges ahead and picks up about 2 yards on the carry, setting up a second down, and we'll call it 14.
Yeah, Dustin Jefferson did a nice job of penetration there, limit them out of. It was really interesting. It looked like a little RPO action right there on that play. So that's giving Cochran that option. You're handing that ball. If you look, he kind of rode that running back quite a long time.
Right.
Thought he may pull this, but we had it covered. So he said, at that point, I hand it off.
Right.
That RPO has really changed the game of football.
A lot of teams, not huddling. I see hand signals coming in from the Princeton sideline for Cochran and his teammates. Trip receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Rice in the backfield. He's going to take play action pass to Rice. Cochran looking, plenty of protection. Now he's going to tuck and run, forced to the sideline. He's going to pick up maybe our great pursuit angles by the Panthers defense there, Brian.
Yeah, I can't quite get the number to see. Is that? For us, that might have been, was that Brody Hoover?
May have been.
It was a nice job, great job of taking the angle of attack, because you could have ran straight at him, and listen, he wasn't going to run him down, but he takes that angle of attack, limits him out. He gained, 1 or 2 yards, so fantastic job of the defensive front there.
3rd down and long for the Tigers from their own 48-yard line. Stoppage in play. Got a Panther coming off the field.
Tell you the one thing, I'm looking at a matchup down here at the bottom right now. Isaiah Kuntz and number 11, Wellman. I mean, Wellman looks like he's a pretty tall kid. Given a little bit, this is going to be a battle you're probably going to see all night long.
Sure. Well, we saw earlier on their first series.
Yep.
Cochran going deep to Wellman, broken up by Kuntz. All right, 3rd down in. We'll call it 12 for the Tigers. 2 receivers split each way, left and right. Rice on the right hip of Cochran, who takes the snap. Play action pass to Rice. Dumps it underneath to the man across the middle. That's number 4, Connor Paget on the catch, and it's going to be right at the sticks, Brian.
I'm going to call it short. First one of the year, I'm calling it short.
Okay. So let's see if they bring in the yard markers to measure, or if they're going to eyeball it. Looking.
Nice fit by Cochran. A great pattern, that little drag pattern across the middle. Double coverage, and he fit it in there. So here we go, 4th and 1. Big play for the Panthers and for the Tigers both.
Yeah, here we go, 4th and 1. Cochran in the gun. Rice on his left hip, 2 receivers split each way. Takes, he's going to give it to Rice up the middle. Big gaping hole, and Rice is free, bouncing loose to the 20, down to the 15, surging forward, still down to about the 12-yard line before he's finally brought down by the Panthers. And that quick hitter, Brian.
First big play of the game. Right there we saw it. First big play, 4th and 1. You sell out. Only problem is when you sell out like that, again, run a little bit of RPO action. It looks like he could have kept it. He saw the hole, gave it to him. Exploded. Nice job, I tell you, by Gabe Bates. Really, that was a touchdown. He makes that one arm grab to hold him up. If not, it's 6.
Okay, so it looks like it's going to be a 1st and 10 at about the 13-yard line. Princeton knocking on the door here in the first quarter from Lions Club Field. Still no score. 2:53 to go on a rolling clock. Grant Cochran, the quarterback, has a trips formation to his left. 1 single receiver to his right. That's Wellman. Grant takes and gives to his running back. That is number 23, Jacob Young, on the carry.
Stopped by the time by Nolan Ship, who came in on it real quick on that, because it was really interesting. I was looking there. If you look the way Lincoln County's playing this, there's no middle linebacker. There's 4 down front, 2 on the outside. But that time they brought Nolan in at the inside.
Okay.
So I think Princeton was trying to see that, saying, hey, maybe we can get another quick hitter up the middle here, and Nolan's having nothing with it today. Not this time.
So a tight formation this time, but still 2 receivers split each way. They're in tight end and on the line. Cochran takes, gives again to Jacob Young, sweeping to his left, and he's at the 10 and the 5, and he's pushed out at about, looks like around the 1.
Yeah, that was close. Again, had a nice seal block on the outside. Tight end wide receiver did a great job. You notice he didn't get touched till he got down to the 1.
So it's 1st and goal, Princeton at the Panther 1-yard line.
So see, like I said before, it was earlier in the game, we've seen some success of them running the football. Will they stay with it?
All right, let's see if Jacob Young gets the carry again, if Cochran calls his own number. And he is submarined, knifed down in the backfield by Lincoln County's Nolan Ship. Brian, woo!
He caught a lot tonight, and he came in flying from that outside linebacker position. Read that the entire way.
Great read and recognition on that. That's going to be a loss of about, we'll call it a yard. And it's going to be 2nd down and goal from about the 2.5.
Yeah, that's the one thing about these spread offenses. We have seen some teams in college struggle from the spread offenses from inside here when it comes to power football. Look for something sweepish here, probably.
I see 2 receivers split each way in tight on the formation. Young on the left hip of Cochran. Cochran takes, gives it to Young, sweeping to his right, and he's going to find his way in. He's going to surge in for the touchdown from 2 yards away, and Princeton draws first blood here in against Lincoln County with 1:15 in the first quarter. Princeton gets their first touchdown of the 2021 season and lead at 6-0.
And there was that turnover. They made us pay for it.
They sure did. They took over at 4:57 to go in the first quarter after the fumble right at midfield, Brian. You're right. Ate up about 3 minutes off the clock, 3.5 minutes off the clock.
Yep. Picked up that big first. Well, on 4th and long, they had that nice play to get it to 4th and 1, and then had that big hitter. So, really, if you look for the Panthers, okay.
And the kick is up and good by Princeton's number 4. I think that was Connor Paget on the extra point kick. And ladies and gentlemen, Lincoln County's trail 7-0, but it's early. It's 1:15 to go in the first.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will say this: we talked about it last year. The difference, teams in the past might got their heads down. These guys aren't going to do it. It's 1 score. And if you really look at it, it comes down to 2 plays: the big pass play and the big 4th down play.
Right.
You take away those 2 plays, they haven't really moved it at any success.
Right.
So, you get it right now from Lincoln County, and you had just had the momentum. I mean, you were driving on the field. You're proving now that you found something. You can just drive down the field.
Right.
And tie this up. I'll be honest with you, I would be shocked if this is not we don't score before the first half.
Okay.
But then again, we got to hold on to the football.
1:15 on the clock. Mr. Brian Vance says
we're going to score this drive. I'm calling it right now.
You're calling it. All right. Love that optimism. Actually, what I would like to see here, like you said, Lincoln County has moved the ball against Princeton. Princeton obviously moved the ball against us. But a nice return here would be just what the doctor ordered, I believe.
You're not kidding. It would be nice to set us up. Really, if you look at it, we've not had great field position all night.
No, not great.
Not great. They had some pretty good field position that last drive. They definitely had better field position than us all night.
Right. So kicking off for the Tigers will be 35. That's Casey Gesso.
And Miller and Kuntz are back deep for the Panthers.
Low end over end kick fielded by Kuntz, who fumbles it into the end zone. He's got to bring it out. Kuntz at the 5. Eludes 1, but not 2, 3, and 4, and Kuntz is going to push it forward to right at about the 10-yard line. That could have been a disaster, Brian. That could have been a disaster.
That was something here that we just was talking to a former coach.
Okay.
I heard him talking there. I thought the high school rules was it was a muff. It wasn't a fumble. That was a muff that once it crossed the end zone, it has to come out to the 20. So there's
maybe where Kuntz tried to field it before it rolled in.
But they were saying it's a muff.
Oh, okay, right.
Well, now they're fixing it, it looks like. Yeah, now they're fixing it.
Okay.
As you can see, because if he would have fumbled it, it would have been different. But that was a muff punt when it just went through his hand. So high school rule states once it crosses that, it has to come out to the 20.
Okay, so it is ruled a touchback, so Panthers will start 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Nice job of the officiating staff to huddle up, pick that up.
2 receivers split each way. Bates is going to take and give it to Isaiah Smith, who's swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage and then slung into the backfield by the Princeton Tiger defense. Looked like number 60, Eli Campbell, led the charge there for Princeton. Not a lot of running room on that one.
Yeah, they read that one. I mean, they had the perfect defense called against that play. That's one you just scratch away as a coach and go, okay, we can't run that one again.
So it's going to be a loss of about 2 yards on the play. 2nd down, and we'll call it 12. Panthers backed up on their first play of this series. Bates in the shotgun takes the snap, fakes it to Smith, who gives it to the man coming in motion, and there's going to be a flag on the play.
2 flags.
Like number 28, Luke Adkins, on the carry for Lincoln County. Brian,
holding against the Panthers. Is there 2 penalties on this play because one came in a little late, it looked like.
Okay. Let's wait and see what the referees decide here.
Oh, it looks like it's going to be holding against
Lincoln County, and it has been declined, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and long. They're going to take the play.
Yeah, and that was a play right there. It was set up. I thought maybe Luke should have cut that back instead of trying to bounce it the outside.
Right.
Help your receiver out a little bit, Jermaine, on that block. Go ahead and cut it up. Then once you get through, then bounce it back to the outside. But again, first game, that'll come. That will come as the season goes along. Now it's 3rd down 11.
11, yeah. 3rd down 11. Bates in the gun. He's going to take and hand off once again to Luke Adkins, who eludes 1, eludes 2, but not the 3rd defender, as he pushes right back up to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, that was like one of those safe plays calls. We don't want to give up anything up right there easy. Maybe an interception on the pass. So now we hope we get a good punt. Hopefully get a good punt, play some defense, get some better field position. Because, again, as you can see, we were backed up on this side again.
Right. So Colin Miller back for Lincoln County in punt formation.
I'll be anxious.
And that's going to end the first quarter, Brian, as the referee winds the clock. Princeton leading Lincoln County 7-0. Your thoughts about the first 12 minutes?
Again, it's been a little bit of back and forth, a little bit of feeling out, which is what we thought would happen in the first quarter. For Lincoln County defense, you gave up those 2 big plays. They gave them their first touchdown. Other than that, you pretty controlled them. Offensively, just got to get a rhythm going. I'm anxious to see, because if they come back to it, we had that first deep pass earlier in the first quarter. 2 receivers were wide open. I think we'll come back to that. Right now, we're seeing some success running the football, but I give them credit. The Tigers' front 4 is controlling it pretty well in line of scrimmage. it'll be interesting to see in this offensive possession. As you can see, really they haven't beat us throwing the football.
Right.
You know,
They've hit the one pass, the drag route, which picked up about 12, 13 yards.
yeah, that hasn't been. It's been pounding that football up the middle. But the problem is with some of these no-huddle, quick strike offenses, they get anxious. If we're picking up 2, 4, 2, that's not them. They want to pick up 25, 30, 25, 30. So
chunk plays.
Yep. Let's see. It'll be interesting to show discipline to stay with that. And I think if you're Lincoln County, that's exactly what you need to keep doing.
Sure.
Make them. We're taking kind of Cochran out of the ball game. You're taking him out. Make these running backs try to beat us. Play that shell coverage in the back end. Don't give up anything deep.
Right. Okay, so it looks like we're going to get back to action here as the second quarter getting set to begin. Lincoln County trailing Princeton 7-0. And it's a 4th down and 10 for the Panthers at their own 20. And Colin Miller back in punt formation.
It was really interesting, though. 1 turnover, 1 touchdown.
Take advantage of the miscues.
Turnovers and penalties.
Snap back to Miller. Rugby-style punt. Gets it high, spiral, and it's fielded cleanly by number 19, Tavaje Smith on that. And Princeton will start again, 1st and 10 on the right side of the 50 this time, Brian.
I like this 19. He's fearless. He's fearless. He is going to field that football. It's not going away.
So 1st and 10 Princeton at their own 46. I'm sorry, at the Panther 46.
Yeah, at their Panther 46. Again, we've got to somehow find a way to flop this field position because they've had a pretty good field position all night. Now this defense needs to bow up right here.
Okay, so Cochran in the shotgun. 2 receivers split each way. Running back on his right hip. Cochran takes, and it's a straight drop back and a quick tunnel screen to number 5. That is, and he is jitterbugging his way, picks up a nice chuck play, crossing the 30-yard line down inside the 23.
Nicely designed play. It
Dominic
really was.
Collins on the reception.
Yeah, I saw Cochran looking at Collins there a little bit, do little dance steps because he did. He jitterbugged. That was a great thing that he did all the way down. I don't know how many tackles we missed, a bunch of them.
So 1st and 10 Princeton after the 20-plus yard pitch and catch from Cochran to Collins. Tigers have the ball. 2 receivers split each way, running back on Grant Cochran's left hip. From the shotgun, waiting the signal. Getting their play call. Cochran calls it at the line. Takes the snap. Give to the running back right up the middle. That's number 34. Noah Basham on the carry for 1st down yardage, but there's a penalty flag on the play.
Yep, I think we got a little bit of laundry on the field. So usually it's going to be a holding call when it comes from that area.
Okay. All right, so the mark off the penalty, preliminary indication is a hold against the Tigers. Good call, Mr. Vance, on that one. That's from the initial spot of the hold, so that'll back the Tigers up. 1st down and walk from the spot of the foul, so it's about a 9-yard penalty.
And that's this here. You've got him now. That was a huge mistake for the Tigers, but Lincoln County, you've got to hold him right here.
2 receivers split each way as Carter Meacham goes in motion for the Tigers. Play action pass from Cochran. Cochran looking, firing, and he just throws it away. Smart heads-up play there by Cochran.
Yeah, good pressure again. You know, he had that initial look, well covered on the back end. I mean, I got to give up the DBs for Lincoln County. They're doing a great job tonight. There's nowhere to go with that one. Up. Now we got a flag afterwards.
Thrown towards the Princeton direction.
Are they going to call intentional grounding here?
Well, it looked like the ball traveled well past the line of scrimmage.
And they're sort of, I mean, yeah, he was grounded, he was, but there was a receiver in the area, I thought.
Well, let's see. They're discussing it. The receiver broke in, and he threw it actually away from the receiver. So let's see.
They are.
Good call. Intentional grounding against the Tigers.
I mean, I will say this. He was. There was no doubt he was throwing it away.
Right.
But I'm like you. I thought there was a receiver sort of in the area. He did throw it well past the line of scrimmage. So, to be honest with you, I thought it was a good no call. So a little bad break again for the Tigers. You got to take advantage of this if you're Lincoln County. That's 2 now.
Yeah, that's a 10-yard penalty and a loss of down, which brings up should be second down now, and about 30. So Princeton backed up to the Lincoln County 45-yard line. Cochran in the gun, 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left.
And not to be honest with
you,
moment. If you're the Panthers right now, I can almost tell you, maybe different, but if I'm the linebackers right now, I'm definitely watching number 34 because it's hard to have a 3rd down and 30 play.
Right.
But I tell you what if I get a quick hitter and pick up 15?
That's true. That's very true. So 3rd down, and we'll call it 30 on the loss of downs. Intentional grounding penalty against Cochran. He's going to take it and he's going to give it to 34. That's Noah Basham. And Basham's going to be wrapped up after about 3 or 4 yards on the gain. So 4th down and long for Princeton.
Yeah, brought down by Luke Atkins, initially hit by Nolan Shemp. Did a nice job, and there was us. That's what he was looking to do. That the coach was like, let me see if I can hand something off. It's safe. Mm-hmm. If I pick up 15, then guess what? Hey, now we go for it. Which this is interesting that they're thinking about going for it here. If they actually go for this, if they do not quick kick it,
right,
this is hoping for a pass interference.
And this is about the area where he quick kicked in the first quarter, too, about midfield. Cochran's going to take, and there is the quick kick, angling towards the sideline. Let's see where it's going to roll out. It's going to check up above the 15-yard line, right at the 17. Referee's going to blow it dead on the backside of the 15 at the 14.
It's a nice kick out of that quarterback. It really is. I mean, he's smooth at that. Again, but this shows you what kind of athlete he is, you know. I mean, it's 6'4", 220. I can kick, I can throw, I can run. Again, definitely a big-time prospect.
Oh, yeah. Definitely built for D1. Okay, Lincoln County with another drive going to start at their own 14. 1st and 10.
Again, nice little piece of running up front, trying to just pick his way, and that was a safe call again.
Right.
We tell people all the time, sometimes when you get your back to the end zone right here, that playbook gets really small.
Sure. Don't want to take a lot of chances. So Smith's going to pick up 5 on the carry. Make it 2nd down and about 5 from the 19-yard line. 9:30 to go here in the second quarter on a rolling clock. Princeton leading Lincoln County 7-0. Bates under center. We've got a flag on the play, and it looks like it's going to be a false start against Lincoln County.
I don't know about that. I think he actually pointed to the Princeton way, but we'll see.
Okay.
Offsides defense.
Offsides against the defense. I was wrong.
Yeah, I happened to pick that one up that he pointed that way real quick.
Okay, so offsides against Princeton, and that's a 5-yard penalty. May be enough for a Lincoln County 1st down. Nope, stand corrected. 2nd down and short.
Interesting play call time here. 2nd one. What do you try to do?
Oh, my goodness gracious. Little play action pass, swing pass from Bates to number 20 for Lincoln County. We don't have Isaiah Kuntz. And number 34, Noah Basham, read that beautifully.
Yeah, he took that playbook and said he was just reading the open book right there. There's one where I think if we get along, Bates is going to have to maybe hold that for about a second or two longer. Let Isaiah try to beat him to the outside.
And lob it over top.
Yep, lob it over top.
Okay, so 3rd down, and we'll call it 8 for Lincoln County. 3 receivers to the right. Penalty flag on the play. Let's see, do we have motion against Lincoln County?
Yeah, that encroachment on the defense. Yep.
Offsides against Princeton.
Big number 74.
So now it goes from 3rd and long to 3rd and manageable for Lincoln County.
Absolutely changes the play call.
Sure does.
Absolutely changes the play call here.
Ball resting on the other side of the 20. 3rd down, we'll call it 4. Bates in the shotgun. Isaiah Smith in motion from right to left. Bates is going to take and roll to his left. Being pursued. He's going to tuck and try to get what he can, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be about it.
Yeah, that didn't look good from the start.
Brought down by number 44, Brady Rice again. Brady Rice all over the field on the defense for the Tigers, Brian.
Again, it seems like there we were again. Lincoln County hey, yeah, you got a penalty. It's second and short. It does give you that down, maybe to throw something away, and we didn't execute.
Right.
Sets us back, and now we're in punting situation again.
So Colin Miller back in punt formation for Lincoln County.
And I'll tell you, for Miller, be careful. They've been close a couple times already.
Snap the ball at the 20. It's going to check up right over midfield at the 47, and he's going to be wrapped up. That is Tavaje Smith on the return, and brought down a nice bit of special teams tackle there by Nolan Shemp.
I told you, 19's going to get it. He's not going to let anything go.
Haven't seen a fair catch yet from him either.
Not one. You're not going to see it from that kid. He is hungry. He wants the football in his hands.
Yes, he most certainly does. So 1st and 10, Princeton.
With great field position again.
Again, just on the other side of the 50, on their own 46-yard line. 1st and 10, Tigers. 7:43 to go here in the first half, and they have a 7-point cushion.
Yeah, absolutely. We're putting a lot of pressure on this defense right now.
Cochran sends a man in motion. He'll take it, swing it over to him. Number 11, John Wellman on the reception. Eludes one tackle, eludes a second tackle, and Wellman fighting for yards. He's going to pick up maybe 7 or 8 on the pass catch.
Yeah, number 10, is that Carter Wellman?
Carter Meacham.
Carter Meacham, he made that play. Made a fantastic block out on the wing out here in the corner. I mean, that was one of those pancake blocks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, out of receiver. So, really, we had that covered. He doesn't make that block. That's probably a 1 yard or a loss.
Okay.
He does a fantastic job.
So, 2nd down, and we'll call it 1 for the Tigers. Cochran completes the pass to Wellman. Backs up into the gun. Rice on his left hip. 2 receivers stacked each way. He's going to give it to Rice. Rice eludes one defender, pushes ahead for about 7-8 yards. 1st down, Tigers.
Again, that was one of those play calls. I was kind of like maybe the coach for the Panthers thinking 2nd and 1. You know, it's time to launch one up and see if we can get one, a quick hitter here. And I'll give the coach for Princeton credit. He saw it. Hey, we're doing success on the ground. Let's just keep pounding up the middle.
So 1st and 10, Princeton at the Lincoln County 37. Cochran getting his signals from the sideline. Everybody looking over.
You know, folks, we talked about that heat tonight. It is humid. It's going to, this second half, this could play a toll.
Sure.
It's most conditioned.
2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Cochran keeps it on the RPO, Brian, as you alluded to. And he picks up a 1st down running.
And the big man from the quarterback, he might be a quarterback, but our guy looks like...
but again...
Austin Haggins found out real quick. You may want to hit him low.
Yeah, again, you know, he may be a quarterback, but he's a 6'4", 220.
And he brought the wood on that play.
He did not tack it and skirt out of bounds, did he, Brian?
No, he did not.
So a nice pickup by Cochran on the ground.
And unfortunately, right now, Princeton's in that, they've got that rhythm. Seems like they got a nice rhythm on offense right now.
2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Cochran in the backfield. Take and give to the first man through. Eludes one. It's going straight upfield. That's number 23, Jacob Young on the carry, who scored Princeton's first touchdown. And he just sidesteps a loss in the backfield and surges ahead for about 15.
Huge missed tackle. Huge missed tackle. We had that for a 4-yard loss every bit, and he breaks the tackle. I mean, those are the ones you just got to hold on. You get him back in the back, but it doesn't have to be a big hit. Doesn't have to be this huge. Just hold on to him.
So 1st and 10, Princeton at the Lincoln County 11-yard line. Knocking on the door yet again here in the second quarter. 5:52 to go. Cochran's got 3 receivers to his left, Brian.
And look from with this ground game. They've been chewing it up.
Play action. Cochran's going to throw it out of bounds, this time in the vicinity of number 10, Carter Meacham. So let's see.
Really don't understand that play call. The one reason I'm saying is you have literally just chewed up the yardage running the football down the field. I understand mixing up every once in a while, but hey, until they stop it, I'm going to keep running it.
The old adage, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right?
Sometimes coaches can outthink themselves.
Sure.
That's the absolute truth of it.
So incomplete pass from Cochran brings up 2nd down and 11. 2nd down and 10 from the 11. 2 receivers split to his left, one to his right. Cochran's going to take and hand off to number 23. That is Jacob Young, who walks into the end zone from 11 yards out, and Princeton increases their score to 13-0, 5:35 to go here in the first half.
Again, right now, the Princeton offensive line is dictating its will.
You were exactly right.
They are just, he was really untouched into the end
Big
zone.
surge.
So, for Lincoln County now with 5:35 to go, I think you got to get something positive out of this next drive.
Right.
We have no rhythm on offense whatsoever.
So Princeton needed to tip the extra point. Casey Gesso, the kicker. Waiting on one more man to come in. Okay, and timeout on the field. Timeout on the field. Princeton had to run a man on there late, and then to avoid the 5-yard penalty, they are going to take a quick timeout. And we are also going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back with action right after this brief pause. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here in the booth, and after our brief timeout, Princeton attempting an extra point kick from Casey Gesso. They just scored on the 11-yard run from Jacob Young. Trying to tack on an extra point here. Spot, snap, kick is good right through the uprights and over the concession stand, and Princeton increases their lead to 14-0, 5:35 to go here in the first half.
I'm surprised they called the timeout. He could kick that from about 35, I think. But yeah, right now what we're seeing, I can tell you what we're seeing right now. What I'm seeing is the line for the Princeton Tigers is taking control of this game.
On both sides of the ball, or more so on offense?
Well, more so on the offensive side. On the defensive side, it seems like on our offensive side for the Panthers, there's no rhythm. There's no. We gain a few good plays,
right,
and then it's like we shoot ourselves or we do something and we just don't execute. So that's the one thing we got to start developing, get a flow. We have no flow right now on offense whatsoever. Probably a 4 or 5 play drive is the longest drive we've had so far.
Right. The 3 first downs on that drive, and then the fumble.
Yep, and then the fumble. That was our big momentum. It seemed like we were going, and they took advantage of it. So now, for Lincoln County, we need a good return here.
We do.
I agree. I will say this, special teams. There's 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, special teams.
Right.
Right now, you have to say that Princeton's winning the special teams battle.
Sure they are. And their field position has been, for an opening game on the road 3 hours from your hometown, their field position's been phenomenal.
Absolutely. So you think about it, they've won special teams, they've won in the trenches on offense, they're winning the turnover battle.
They are.
When you do those things, that's where your score's at.
Right. So 14-0 here at Lions Club Field, Princeton leading Lincoln County. 5:35 to go here in the first half. Lincoln County awaiting the kickoff from Casey Gesso. And Gesso puts his foot to it. It's a low wobbler, end over end. And it's going to be fielded right at the 25. Good choice there by the Panthers just to dive on it.
I'm telling you, it looked like that ball was falling as he was running up.
It may have fallen off the tee. It looked like
it was slipping off the tee, so it was really a good kick for one that's a moving target.
Okay, so Lincoln County trailing by 14 points here. We'll take over first and 10 at their own 25.
A score would be nice here, but we just got to get something positive.
Sure.
Get some plays stacked on top of each other.
Okay, so an empty backfield for Bates. 5 receivers split. Short pass complete. Inside route to
Nolan Shemp. Yep.
Nolan Shemp on the reception. Brought down by number 21, Marquell Lowe.
Again, though, you see a gain of 5, which is positive. It's a good 5-yard gain. But what else it does, you start getting Bates a little confidence. So that's a good throw. Good throw.
So Panthers go no huddle, hurry up tempo. Again, 5 wide receivers, empty backfield. Bates takes. Quarterback power, slips through a hole, has got a first down. Nice bit of running there by Bates on the carry. He's going to pick up about 11 yards on the carry, Brian.
That looked like that old Kansas State play. You see the quarterback, he kind of gets it back there and waits. The hole opens up and explodes into it. That looked just like Kansas State. What was the coach up there, Snyder? He's looking at that and loving it.
Okay, so officials timeout, stop the clock. First and 10, Lincoln County at their own 38. All right, and we're back to action. Bates in the gun. Isaiah Smith straight behind him. He's going to take
Nice
it. Hand
run.
off to Smith. Nice run by Smith. Picks up 5 hard yards before he's brought down.
But again, if you look right here for Lincoln County, again, another 5-yard gain. Keep it going. As you can see, we're moving the football. Let's just don't do anything stupid.
Right.
Keep moving the football. Plenty of time, 4:15 to go.
Okay, 2nd down and 5 at their own 44. Bates in the gun. Sends a man in motion. Smith straight behind him. Takes. He's going to give it to Smith again. Smith is loose. Picks up 5, 6, 7. Smith still loose. Going, streaking down the sideline to the 30. 25, 20, 15, 10. And he's pushed out of bounds. We thought.
Well, they're going to put him back, it looks like, up at the 20, but there is some. I'm not for sure this is not a face mask. Because I see some laundry on the field, but they threw it in the area where he was trying to break the tackle. I don't think they'll get a holding on this one.
Okay, let's see. So a nice bit of running. Smith took off at his own 44-yard line. They blew him dead down around. Where did they push him out at,
I think
Brian?
the 10, it looks
around
like.
the 10, okay. So about a 46-yard carry.
Well, I guess there was no flag. And it could have been he was maybe I don't know, they picked up the flag, maybe just trying to throw a yardage marker down there, but no, let's put this down at the 5 now.
Okay.
Nice job. If you notice, if you watch that run again, I'd love to be able to see this again because it was a phenomenal cut he made the line of scrimmage.
Yes, it was. So 1st and 10, 1st and goal, Panthers at the Princeton 5. Bobble the snap. Bates is in trouble, and he's just going to have to swallow that one. He's just going to have to swallow that one as Princeton was ready. It looked like a bad snap, bad mishandle. Not sure what happened there. But again, it cost the Panthers almost about 10 yards.
Yeah, we can't let this opportunity go away. I mean, you got that big, nice run. You had some nice runs coming in. You got this big, nice run from Isaiah, and now one bad play, and we shoot ourselves back us up 7.
So 2nd down and goal from their own, we'll call it the 13-yard line. Bates in the gun. He shifts Smith over to his right hip. He's going to take play action to Smith. Bates under pressure. Has a man, Nolan Ship. And the pass is complete down around the 3-yard line. So they get a lot of that yardage back and more, setting up a 3rd and goal from the 3.
That was a good play. Nice play. Bates did a good job of holding it at the last second and then threw it up with Nolan. You throw it up to him and give him a shot. And he's going to come down with it most of the time.
So 2:43 to go here on a rolling clock in the first half. Princeton leading Lincoln County 14-0, but the Panthers are threatening with a 3rd and goal.
And you really have 2 downs. You're definitely not going to try to kick this field goal. Looks like Lincoln County's going to call timeout. Smart play. With 2:30 to go, this is too important a play here not to get this back. So as Lincoln County gets the timeout.
All right, so we're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with you here on the Armstrong family of networks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back to action here at Lions Club Field. After the brief timeout called by Lincoln County, they are facing a 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line, looking to punch it in here against the Princeton Tigers. Bates under center. He's going to take a handoff to Isaiah Smith, who is met by a host of Tigers, and he's going to be stopped short of the goal line. He might get a half yard on that, bringing up 4th and short.
Just nothing there. They did a nice job of swarming on that play.
Will be spotted on the 3.
So little or no gain on that, Brian. So 4th down and 3.
Not sure I don't come with a. You can get a surge right here. Get that quarterback sneak going forward. If we go under center and just surge in there and see, of course, they got that big number 60 right there to have to deal with.
That's Eli Campbell for the Tigers.
And that's a load right there.
74 also on the line. Logan Johnson and 44 Brody Rice. They're all just kind of hovering right there around the football. And it looks like Coach Likens is going to bleed the clock a little bit and call another timeout.
Yeah, we usually was doing it here. This way, if we don't get it, let's not give them any time.
Right.
Try to do something with it. Try to limit the amount of time
Sure.
they'll have. So it's not a bad job by
Sure.
Coach Likens.
All right, we're going to take a quick timeout right here on the Armstrong family of networks. Folks, we'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here in action at Lions Club Field. After the brief timeout called by Lincoln County, they are facing a 4th down and 3 at the Tiger 3-yard line. Going off for broke here, Brian. What do you think?
Well, it looks like we're spreading it out. Spreading it out,
Bates
trying to get
rolling
this
to his
quick
right to
hitter.
the short side, looking, and then not even going to get a chance as Gabe Bates is sacked out of bounds by number 29. That's Reese Burton in on the stop for Princeton. And a golden opportunity for the Panthers right there, Brian, just went awry.
Well, you go back to the first down. We mishandled the snap, cost us the yardage. We did get it back with a nice pass play. And then, again, that offensive and defensive line right now for Princeton is doing we're just not having much success, especially when we get down in these short yardage situations.
So Princeton will hold on downs after the quarterback sack from Reese Burton. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for Grant Cochran and his offense at about the 10-yard line.
And here's some trust in your quarterback.
Cochran avoids one, but not two, as he's brought down from behind after picking up a couple of yards.
That's the sign right there with your coach that you really trust your quarterback. You're going to put the ball in his hands down here with this situation a minute ago. And he knows, I'm just not going to do anything stupid. If it's not wide open, I'm not throwing it.
So 2nd down, and we'll call it 5 for the Tigers. And we are under a minute to go here in the first half. Cochran takes a snap, play action pass, looking for a man over the head, intended for number 11, John Wellman. That pass sails over his head and incomplete. 3rd down.
Woo, that one right there sailed a little high on him. I mean, I hate to say this, nobody picked that off, but in a high play like that, that was a little scary, Coach. If I'm Princeton's coach, I'm like, oh, eat that one. Because the one thing Princeton does not want is a turnover.
Right, exactly, especially down deep in their own territory. 3rd down and 5 for the Tigers. Cochran's got 2 receivers split each way. Hands it off. And that's going to be a nice piece of running by number 23, Jacob Young, who has scored both of the Tigers' touchdowns. Timeout Princeton with 51 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, I thought that would kind of seen that one coming because it was 3rd and 5. You're pinned deep.
Run the draw.
Worst case, if he doesn't get that first down, what they're going to do, either make us call timeout if we have one left, or just bleed the clock down. So I'm surprised that Lincoln County didn't have somebody keying that running back because I thought this is exactly what they're going to hand off to him.
Right.
They're going to hand off to him that way. And if he does, I think what he did, he breaks one, gets the first down. All of a sudden, your coach goes 51.3, a little better field position. Maybe we do try to get something here.
Still got 2 timeouts remaining, too.
Yeah, absolutely. So now, all of a sudden, you go, well, maybe this changed it a little bit. Yeah. So, again, great play call by the Princeton Tigers.
Sure. If I can get a chunk play here, maybe on this upcoming play, midfield or better.
Yeah, we're in business.
Burn a timeout. And Gesso, their kicker, decent leg. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility to get inside the 20-25 and, give him a chance.
Yeah, stack up to it and go ahead and say, you know what, let's see what you can do here. Kick a 35-yarder. Like I said, that last field goal I thought could have been good from 35.
Yeah. So 1st and 10, Princeton at their own 30. I'm sorry, 20. Cochran's going to take a quick screen, and that pass is going to be complete to Dominic Collins, and he is swallowed up by the Panthers defense.
Yep, there was that missed block. I gave it last time when the receiver did a good job. That time the Lincoln County Panthers just swarmed that one from the get-go.
So now Princeton kind of taking their foot off the gas a little bit, clock running down. We're under 30 seconds to go here in the first half from Lions Club Field. Cochran trips receivers to his left. One receiver split out in single coverage. That's Wellman. And he's going looking deep for Wellman, and Wellman has the pass. No, they're ruling it incomplete. Dropped over on the far sideline. But he had him.
Yeah, he did have him. And then, again, I love the play call. Why? Because it's single coverage to the wide side of the field. Your quarterback, who you know is smart enough to do this, throws it away from only his receiver is going to get that.
Right.
And if you complete it, guess what? Big play, great.
Sure.
If not, no harm, no foul.
Yeah, still looking at a 3rd down and about 15 for Princeton. 15 seconds to go here in the first half. Tigers lead at 14-0. Cochran in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Tank, and he's going to hand off to number 34. That is Noah Basham.
And picks up a nice chunk. Again, there's a first down.
Princeton calls timeout. 8.6 seconds to go here in the first half.
Now that's an interesting timeout. I guess you can't take them with you, so you figured what the heck, but
that's right. So we're going to take a quick timeout here, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be right back here on the Armstrong Family of Networks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here in Hamlin Lions Club Field. 8.6 seconds to go on the clock. Princeton facing a 1st and 10. Cochran, 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Takes the shotgun snap, drops straight back, and look for streaking number 10. That's Carter Meacham.
Oh, my goodness.
Carter Meacham is loose and gone. Pinballing off of players. 10-5. Touchdown, Tigers. From their own 30-yard line, that's a 70-yard catch and carry, Brian, to the end zone.
Game, set, match.
Wow.
I hate to say that with right here before half, but that right there was a not good.
And here's the thing. Everybody's thinking, Princeton's going to do this, Princeton's going to do that. That was just I'm going to throw it out to you, see what you can get. Maybe we'll have time to call one more timeout, and Meacham bounces off a couple of Panther defenders and to the house.
Yeah, very.
Guess those extra point kick is up and good. So with no time remaining in the first half, ladies and gentlemen, Princeton scores from 70 yards away on a 7-yard pass in the air from Cochran to number 10, Carter Meacham. And ladies and gentlemen, instead of 14-0, Lincoln County in a bit of a hole here now, went from small to, I think you said huge?
Huge hole. Huge hole because we've shown nothing really offensively. We have no rhythm whatsoever. Right. It's like we pick up some, we lose some. We pick up some, we lose some. We had the one big drive that get us down there, and then the first thing we do when we get down there is shoot ourselves in the foot, put us behind the 8 ball, get nothing out of it. I mean, think about it. We score there, it probably is 14-7 going at half.
Yeah, more than likely.
Game.
Sure, more than likely.
Now it's 21-0, and Lincoln County's in a big deep hole.
Yes, and it looks like on plays like that, Brian, will carry over. I'm a firm believer in Uncle Mo.
Yep.
Uncle Mo Minton, and he's currently wearing Tiger white and blue right now.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're the Tigers right now, you're going to have time. You're riding high, man. This is great. Look what we just did. We did something we really didn't expect to do. So we're rolling right now. If you're Lincoln County, you're like, what just happened? We just shot ourselves again and allowed them now to pull away.
That's right.
So it'd be interesting to see that. Like I said, for Lincoln County for second half, I think we're going to have to find. If I'm in the halftime right now, I'm saying, guys, we got to establish line of scrimmage a little better and get something positive on offense.
Well, the first thing the Panthers are going to have to do when they come out after halftime too is stop the Princeton offense, because if memory serves me, Lincoln County received the opening kickoff in the first half, which means they'll have to kick off to Princeton.
And it's really interesting. We're going to have to stop the run.
Yeah.
I mean, the pass, that play, not included,
right,
hasn't really killed us.
No, not really. It's been the running backs, and it's been right up the middle stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, while you are listening to our voices, Brian and I are going to take a brief break and let you enjoy the Princeton Tiger Marching Band, followed by the award-winning Lincoln County High School Marching Band, and we'll see you folks right back here just before the second half kickoff.
Camera's on me. Don't trust me? We don't want to do that because the crowd's just about saw something. The viewing audience I'm starting the second half. All bets are off. That is.
And now, under the direction of Kimberly Cook, the pride of Lincoln County, the Packers, the Princeton Tigers,
Take a shot. First quarter, we ran 2 wideouts in here. You know what? I'm fine. That's it, game. Oh, it's over. That broke it.
That gives big momentum. Yeah, but he's taking that. And that gives the ball, man.
He's wearing tiger blue.
Yeah. That's her. And we had it, 3 guys. Good wrap up.
came a long way. Okay, Kim, we're going to try this again. Don't you love old people? Under the direction of Kimberly Cook, the pride of Lincoln County, the Panther Marching Band.
That didn't feel good.
So I'm going to tell them I'm joined. It's just you three. All you're going to do is say, you'll listen to me, and I'll say, hey, it's our first ever Lincoln County flag football. This is some of the players. Give me your name. You know, then I'll ask, are you enjoying it? Yep, I'm having fun, enjoying this. And that's all it'll be, just a second.
You can't see me. I'm part of a tree.
Give me your...
I'm not. I want to be part of the tree.
Yeah.
No, hey, no, don't hold me. I know, I want to be part of the tree.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here. I'll kneel down here a little bit. We can see us. I'm joined here by three of Lincoln County's newest. If you haven't heard yet, it's a flag football league. The first time we've ever had one in Lincoln County. And I'm joined by, what's your name, son?
Aiden Sampson. Nathan McNeely.
Eli Wade.
So, guys, I'm going to ask you a question. This is the first year. You've had a week's worth of practice so far. How are you enjoying it?
It's really fun. I've never played this sport before, so
You
it's
played
new.
football.
I mean, yeah, but
You played football, but you're used to tackling people. It's
So
like-
now you can't. You just got to grab flags, right?
Yeah.
I ask you a question. Since this
Something
first
we do.
week, we've had this first week of practice. Was it hot this first week?
yes, it was really, really hot.
Very hot. Very, very hot.
So someday, guys, I got to ask this question. Am I going to see you out here playing someday on this field?
Yes. Definitely.
Probably, definitely.
Okay, hey, guys, I appreciate y'all's time. Thank you. Good luck for the season. Again, folks, if you've not had a chance to see this, it's Upward Sports ran by the Hammond United Methodist Church. It's the first time we've ever done a flag football league in Lincoln County. So the first game starts this Sunday. They'll have like a little scrimmage game going on Sunday at 1. Come out here to Lions Club Field. We've got everywhere from the kindergarten up to these are the 4th and 5th graders. So good luck for the season. Appreciate it, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Lions Club Field. We hope you enjoyed both bands from Princeton and Lincoln County High Schools, respectively. And, Brian, we got any scores to pass along from the Mountain State first week of high school football?
Yeah, from a little here, we got Huntington's 21-7 over Parkersburg. Hurricane opponent we got later on in the year is 20-3 over Winfield. Hamsters over Preston. Let's see if we got any other opponents here trying to pick up some scores in this first week.
Look for Roane County, Brian, if you can. We have them next week.
Morgantown
In
14-12
Spencer.
over South Charleston. Oak Hill 7-0 over Nicholas County.
Okay.
Nothing on the Parkersburg South. Let's see what we can find here. Midland over Spring Valley 14-7. Do not see that score yet for Roane County. I'll see if I can find it for you, folks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to start the second half as the Panthers will be kicking off. That is number 4, Colin Miller, who will be doing the kicking for the Panthers.
Hey, for Lincoln County right now, you got to hold them deep, get something started here. Nice
kick there by Miller, fielded inside the 6. That's number 34, Noah Basham. And he's going to be brought down. Nice, flip the field finally, says Lincoln County. Special teams come up with a nice big play
Yeah,
to open the second half.
Logan Spinagle did a nice job right there. Look at this. Now, for the first time ever, guess what? They're backed up in field position. Nope, we got some laundry on the field.
Okay, let's see. Maybe an illegal block in the back on the return.
I'm hoping.
So we shall wait and see what the referee's preliminary indication is. He's pointing towards Princeton. And it is going to be a hold on the return team, so that will back them up even more to start this first drive of the second half. Princeton leading comfortably, though, Brian, 21-0.
But this is exactly, Lincoln County coaching staff couldn't have asked for a better script to start this second half. You know, like we talked about, all the momentum was on Princeton's side right there before half.
Right.
So now it's a chance for Lincoln County to get a little bit of that back.
Okay, so 1st and 10 Tigers from, looks like just outside their own 5-yard line. We'll call it the 6.
Only problem is they've got that guy back there. And he's a heady kid.
Grant Cochran, the quarterback, takes the snap, gives it to his running back, Looks like number 23, Jacob Young. And he's going to pick up a couple of yards on the play and a flag.
False start. They've got a false start up here in the slot man at the top of the field.
Okay.
He took a little bit early.
So that penalty should be half the distance to the goal. And Princeton will have first down again, but they'll be behind the sticks here on their initial drive of the second half.
Oh, no.
No, declined. So Lincoln County would decline that and take the play because it was met with little or no gain. Second down and 10. So Grant Cochran got a little bit of magic on the final play of the first half.
Yes, he did. I mean, again, good throw. I'm not going to dog you, good throw, but it really wasn't expected to get that 70-yard gain. Nice job by the receiver to break a few tackles. See if we can corral him up right here.
Okay.
Up, got to run the clock.
Reset the play clock. All right. First and we'll call it 11. I'm sorry, second down and 11 for the Tigers. Cochran looking. Gets his signals from his coaches over on the sideline and maneuvers his players into position. One receiver split to the right, two to the left. Cochran takes and gives it to 23. That's Jacob Young. Big gaping hole there, Brian, at the line.
Oh, looks like we'll get a 15-yard late hit penalty on number 55. I think that'll go back.
Okay, 55 for Princeton's Tyler Dye.
Yeah, it got just a little. It was a good block. He just kind of threw him down there at the end. I think they'll get, anytime you do something like that, especially when the play's dead. I mean, it was just right at the end of the whistle, but you're going to get that called every time.
So there it is, Brian. Good call. Unsportsmanlike conduct against, or a personal foul, against the Tigers. And that'll back them up from the point of the infraction. So anyway you slice it, it's going to be a loss for Princeton.
So it brings up now, what, third
down, and we'll call it 9, Brian.
Yeah.
Third down and 9. Princeton here, third quarter, leading 21-0. Grant Cochran in the shotgun. His running back straight behind him. He's going to take and give it to Jacob Young, who's going to be swallowed up after about a yard, maybe 2 on the carry, and it's going to bring up fourth down for Princeton.
Yeah, and that was a nice job by Nolan Shemp at number 79. Notice that time the defensive line got some penetration early, and when we can do that, you can get that big man stopped. I mean,
right. So it looks like Cochran and the offense are still on the field, but again, Cochran has been doing the punting, and he does that very same thing. Another quick kick, rolling to his right, and it's going to go out and give the Panthers really, really nice field position, probably right at the Tiger 30.
This, other than the one drive that we didn't score, and this is the deepest penetration we've had all night. So, again, for the Lincoln County coaching staff, you couldn't have drawn this up any better. Defense does a nice job.
3 and out.
Aided by a couple penalties. Get the 3 and out. You get great field position. You got to capitalize here.
Right. Okay, so first and 10, Lincoln County at the Tiger. Looks like it's right on the 30. Bates in the shotgun takes, fires a quick pass over to Nolan Shemp, scoops it off the turf.
And that's really interesting on that play.
I think
the reason I say it's interesting, because it looks like looks like he dropped to his knee when he caught the ball.
Right. So he's down.
He's down, but they didn't blow the whistle. So to me, I think if you should blow the whistle immediately at that point.
Right.
But maybe I was wrong. Maybe they let the play go on. I thought once that knee was down, he's down.
Right. Okay, so no gain on the pass from Bates to Shemp. Second down and 10, Panthers. He's going to take and give it to Isaiah Smith, who bounces out of the hole once, bounces out of the hole twice. Has a block. Isaiah Smith riding ahead for a first down, and he picks up about 12 yards on the carry. Nice bit of running by Mr. Smith.
Yeah, nice saving tackle. I think it's number 19 for Princeton.
Number 19, that is Tavaje Smith.
Yeah, that is a free safety.
That's your punt returner.
Absolutely. And as a free safety, he did exactly what he did because he doesn't make this tackle. It's 6.
So first and 10, Lincoln County right at the Princeton 20. Bates takes and gives it to Smith again, sweeping to his right. Gets behind some blockers, and he's going to pick up a yard, maybe 2. Let's wait and see on the spot. Actually, he's going to pick up more than that, folks. He's going to pick up about 4 yards on the carry.
Yeah, that right side had a good, nice push right off the bat to allow him to get 4 yards. I mean, he was actually probably about 3 yards deep before he got touched.
So Lincoln County going no huddle to get their signals from the sideline. And Bates in the shotgun. One receiver split each way. Smith behind him. He's going to take it. It's an inside reverse, and he's going to be gobbled up in the backfield. Boy, they were waiting on that. That little quick inside reverse to Luke Adkins goes all for naught.
Yeah, again, what's that, the loss of about 10 on that play? I mean, just a huge, great, again, there it was at number 44, that blitzing linebacker. Nobody picked him up, and
Brody Rice.
He just came untouched. We've called his name a lot tonight.
Yes,
That's
we
a pretty
have.
tough kid.
Okay, so third down, and we'll call it 12 for Lincoln County after the nice defensive effort from Brody Rice and the Princeton Tigers. Bates in the shotgun. Two receivers to his right, one to his left. Smith on his left hip. Bobbled snap. Bates is going to have to fall on it, and he does, I think, no. And then it's wrestled away. Looks like Princeton's got it, and they do. Number 21 on the fumble recovery, that's Marquell Lowe. And Lincoln County's coughed it up twice after being deep in Tiger territory, Brian. Once in the first half, which led to the initial touchdown, and now again here in the second half.
Absolutely. I mean, for the coaching staff right now, you almost got to be pulling your hair out because two back-to-back terrible plays takes you out of scoring position, and now Princeton gets the ball, and now they have really good field position.
They do have good field position. They're not backed up in the shadow of their own end zone. And Cochran has his troops ready to go. One receiver split right. Three to his left. Cochran takes the snap, gives it to the running back. That's Brody Rice, number 44, chugging up ahead. He's going to pick up 11, maybe 12 yards on the carry. And another chunk play for the Tigers, Brian.
Little fire plug. I told him that if you look at him, he's not a real tall kid. He's not this big, especially when he's standing beside the 6'4" quarterback. He looked really small. But I call him that thick built, short, low center of gravity, and he's hard to bring down. Doesn't have that huge breakaway speed or big nose, but he's good for 10.
1st and 10 Tigers approaching midfield. Cochran takes quick pass, and that pass is going to be caught and complete to number 11, John Wellman. That's been Cochran's favorite target so far.
It has. Well, Wellman, if you look, he's another tall kid.
Right.
Again, realizing this is an offense that did lose 3 wide receivers and a tailback last year. And I think all 3 wide receivers went D1.
That's impressive.
That is impressive.
That is impressive. So pickup of about 4 yards on the pass to Wellman. Second down, 6 yards to go. And the Tigers are at midfield. 6:50 to go here on a rolling clock in the third quarter. Princeton leading comfortably 21-0 and moving the football. Cochran takes the snap and gives to Rice, who bounces to the outside. Rice to the 40, 35-30. Then he's knifed down at the 25-yard line after picking up 25 yards, busting it to the outside. Brian sweeping to the right after the initial surge at the hole was met.
We've got an injured Lincoln County player over the sideline. Can't quite see who that is yet.
All right, folks, we're going to take a brief timeout while Lincoln County tends to the injured player. We'll be right back here on the Armstrong family of networks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here in the broadcast booth from Lions Club Field. The injured player coming off for Lincoln County, it's Nolan Shemp. We've called his name a lot, and he's hanging in there, coming off.
Yeah, he's limping a little bit. Could be an ankle injury.
Sure.
We hope it's nothing serious because, he needs to have a big year this year.
Yes, he does. And
So
not just from a football standpoint, leadership standpoint, everything like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, folks, so we are back here in action. It is second down. No, first and 10. I'm sorry,
Yep,
first and 10 for Princeton at the Panther 25.
Really interesting. A tight bunch set here. Single back.
Cochran in the gun. He's going to take and he's going to hand it to Rice. And I'll tell you what, if Grant Cochran keeps that, he can literally walk into the end zone because, every single Lincoln County Panther went left.
It's going to be interesting to see if the coach maybe looks at that and says, wait a minute. Somebody up here high up in the booth's going, run that play later on, but tell them to keep it.
Yeah, that's wow.
Again, that's what those RPOs do to you, though.
Sure.
It's the old adage. Maybe we used to run the wishbone. It's man-on-man football.
Right,
It's man-on-man.
Follow your assignment.
Defense has to give up something.
Right.
So if you can exploit what they're giving up,
Exactly. So loss of 2 on the play. Cochran's going to the air, looking. He's got a man wide open who dives out and makes a great catch at the 10-yard line. That is number 4, Connor Padgett, on the flag pattern, and that's going to cover 15 yards and give the Tigers a 1st and 10.
yeah, I think we had a blown coverage here in the backfield because he was wide open. To be honest with you, maybe could put a little more air into that when they went under at 6.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no Lincoln County player even in the picture.
Right. So they're going to spot that just outside the 10, so we'll call it the 11. It's a 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Lincoln County 11-yard line. 5:15 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Princeton leading comfortably 21-0, looking for more. Cochran's got 3 receivers to his right. He's going to take and give it to Rice. Nice big hole up front. Rice pounding, and walks into the end zone like a wrecking ball from 11 yards away. And Princeton scores again and increases the lead to 27-0. 5:01 to go in the 3rd.
If anybody wants to wonder what a weight room does for you, that's what a weight room does for you. When you can, and again, our first had him at the line of scrimmage, first time we touched him, just shed it off. He keeps that low center drive, keep them legs churning, and boom, touchdown.
11 yards later, he's got 6 on the board for the Tigers. Casey Gesso in to attempt the extra point kick. Snap, spot, kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 5:01 remaining here in the 3rd quarter from Lions Club Field, the Princeton Tigers flex their muscles yet again and move the ball down the field on a nice drive, Brian. Mostly on the ground, a couple of passes here and there mixed in. 28-0.
And what's surprising with this, you're seeing a score that's 28-0. You think, oh my goodness, this is such a one-sided affair. It really hasn't been.
Not if you just look at the scoreboard.
Yeah. If you look at the scoreboard, you think, man, we dominate this game. The Panthers have had their opportunities. Twice we've been down close, squandered them both times with either mishandled snaps, bad plays, poor execution. Like I said, the last drive, we tried to run that one sweep and it came through untouched. It's a loss of 10, put you behind the chains. For the Panthers offense to be successful, we got to avoid those negative plays.
Right.
We got way too many so far this game. Too many negative plays on offense.
Way too many negative plays on offense. 2 turnovers didn't help.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, they took the fumble and
capitalized
scored
again.
So So Princeton +2 in the turnover margin.
Yep. We don't have one yet, and we're still got a big egg up there.
That's right. So Casey Gesso set to kick off for the Tigers. Ball fell off the tee. So Gesso will get the
He kicked it
reset.
last time with it moving.
He sure did.
Did a nice job. We always talked about it. Kicking is kind of like golf.
It is, very much
You get
so.
that rhythm and you get
Very
that smooth
much
leg
so.
whip. And
Keep your eye on the ball. So the Panthers back deep to receive. Looks like Isaiah Kuntz. And the kick will be fielded. Nice sidestep move there by number 4. I believe that was Colin Miller on the return. Nice return. I'm sorry.
Austin Adkins.
Austin Adkins. Correct.
Yeah, nice little return. Gets us out again. Pretty good field position. It's not bad. Better than definitely the first half. The first half was just horrible. Here we have the ball around the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10, Lincoln County, 4:54 to go here in the 3rd quarter, trailing 28-0, and the Panthers offense has to get something put together right here on this drive, folks.
And that's what you're looking for right now. You're just looking to build something positive. I mean, we've had some positive plays. It's just you got to get something put together, get a 3, 4, 5, 10 play drive here, get you a score on the board.
So Bates under center this time. Smith, the running back, trying to find a hole. Kind of does. Ball's on the floor. Ball's on the grass, I believe. It popped loose. And Princeton has recovered another fumble. Number 10 on the recovery. That's Carter Meacham, one of the wide receivers for the Tigers. And Lincoln County coughs it up for a 3rd time, twice in 2 consecutive drives. And the Tigers offense sitting pretty inside the 35-yard line. We'll call it the 34.
And what makes this really dangerous now is they've had such success on the ground, and they haven't really exploited their all-state quarterback.
They haven't had to, if you think about it.
You haven't had to. Well, right now, if you're the Lincoln County defense, what's coming? Run, pass, I don't know.
Right.
I mean, they had success on the ground, but they may decide to air it out now.
This is true. So, big momentum shift. Cochran's going to take and just simply hand it off to number 23, Jacob Young, on the carry.
And if you look at all their running plays, have had no really big success outside the tackles. It's all been between the tackles.
Right.
Come in, either bounce it to the outside. And if you notice the running backs, these are one cut. Put one foot in the ground and go north-south.
They are north-south runners, you're right. Take what we can get. And if you notice on the running plays too, Brian, the receivers do a pretty nice job of blocking.
Yes, they do.
Even though they're not, involved.
Yeah,
per
big
se.
downfield runs only happen if you get blocking downfield.
So tight formation this time, 2 receivers each way for Cochran and the Tigers, 2nd down and 8. Cochran gets the snap. It's a straight drop back. He's looking, getting flushed, and he's going to throw that one in the vicinity, and it's going to be knocked away by the Panther defense, and we've got a flag on the play.
Yeah, who was that number? See what number it was? 28. Luke Atkins on the coverage. Nice job.
Flag on the play.
Against the Tigers.
It's going to be a false start against the Tigers. I think maybe one of the receivers was maybe up too close.
Yeah, jumped a little early. Came off a little bit early.
Penalty will be declined, bringing up 3rd down and 8 for Cochran and the Tigers. Trip receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. That's Wellman, number 11.
And like we said, other than that one big pass play that was kind of a really just botched tackles, DBs for Lincoln County have done a nice job tonight. Cochran hasn't really had a lot of open receivers.
Right. So the play clock is wound, and here we go. 3rd down and 8. Cochran's going to take and hand it to Jacob Young, who weaves his way through traffic, and he's going to be right at the down marker. I think he's going to be a little short, Brian. But still a nice piece of running.
Are you calling short?
I am calling short.
You're calling short.
I'm calling short.
It is 4th down, but I'm going to say this. They're not punting.
They're not punting, and I don't see Mr. Gesso coming in for a field goal attempt from this range.
And right now, I'm going to say big number 44 is probably going to get this ball.
Yeah, he just checked into the game. That would be Mr. Brody Rice for the Tigers.
I'd say it is just going to pick up middle, left, or right. I think he might veer a little bit left this time.
Cochran reading the defense. 2 receivers split each way. They're stacked. He's going to give it to Rice, and Rice is going to be snuffed down in the backfield by number 7, Nolan Shemp. And that's going to kill this Tigers drive and give the ball back to Lincoln County.
Nice job by Nolan Shemp. Came again on that blitz. Talking to the coach staff, they give him a little bit of a free rein sometimes. Go when you feel it, and he has such a great feel for the game. And you can see right there, he found an open spot, untouched. Well, once you get back there, you're going down.
Great defensive play by Nolan Shemp and the Panthers. 3:07 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Princeton still leading quite comfortably, 28-0, as the Panthers offense gets set to start another drive. 1st and 10, Lincoln County at their own 27. And we're going to have a timeout called by Lincoln County. A little frustration there on the personnel groupings who were supposed to be in there. And Lincoln County is going to burn a timeout. And we're going to take one along with them, folks, and we'll be right back here on the Armstrong family of networks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here in action. Hamlin Lions Club field. 1st and 10, Panthers. Bates rolling to his left, looking. He's just going to get what he can. He's going to pick up 2 or 3 yards before he's thrown down. And I believe that was number 23, Jacob Young, in on the stop.
Yeah, I think we had a little bit of a miscommunication in the backfield, and does a great job, Bates does, of getting something positive out of that. I mean, you look at that and go, hey, only gained 3. You know what? That's positive yardage. That's what we need to do in this offense, is always keep going forward.
Right. Move those chains, try to pick up 1st downs. Unofficially, it's a gain of 2 yards. 2nd down, 8 yards to go for Lincoln County. 2:30 to go here in the third quarter. Panthers trailing 28-0, looking for the first score of 2021. Bates play action to Smith in the backfield. Looking. He's going to keep it as the Tigers defense comes up, and Bates is going to pick up more positive yardage and make it a third and about, let's see where they spot it. Okay. Give about 2 yards, bring up third down and 5.
But it's manageable. It's a manageable third down. You know, and I like Bates. This is a nice job there. He came up on a guy 19. Y'all got to realize these quarterbacks are athletes too. As he lowered the shoulder and laid a little wood there himself.
So third down and 5 for Lincoln County at their own 32. Bates in the shotgun. Takes a snap and he rolls to his right this time. Looking, firing. Complete. Pass is complete. Looking for that jersey number to come up.
Nolan Shim. Nope.
Complete to number 4, Colin Miller, and that's going to be good enough for a Panther first down as the chains will move. First and 10 Lincoln County at their own 40.
Bates did a nice job on this one. He kind of delayed, wait, and it was just a flip. If you look, it was just a flip, a nice little dart pass. And Miller does a nice job working back to him. You know, when you see your quarterback going in a little bit of trouble, you work back to him.
Right.
And do a nice job.
Right, so good play there for Lincoln County as they have a first down and 10 at their own 40. Bates in the shotgun. Sends Miller in motion. Fakes it to Miller in motion, gives it to Smith. Smith is tripped up by number 15. That's Brian Rode. And Smith's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Yeah, it was a nice tackle. Come through, and, you know, like I said, with Isaiah, you got to sweep the legs. Sweep the legs. Not that, you know, I've ever watched Karate Kid or anything like that.
Yes, Sensei. So second down and 10 for Lincoln County. No gain on the play by Smith after the nice defensive play by Brian Rode. Bates in the shotgun. He's got trip receivers to his left, one to his right. Shotgun snap gets away from Bates again. Bates is going to fall on it. He's got it. But again, big loss. 10, 11, 12, almost 13 yards on the bad snap. And it's going to bring up a third and long.
Yeah, again, there's those negative plays again. And what was bad about it, we had trips to the left. They only had two defensive players up there. I was like, this is about to be a monster play.
Well, unfortunately, it was all for naught as the clock winds down here in the third quarter. 3, 2, 1. And the Panthers are going to take the quarter and the timeout and get things revved up here for a third and long coming up. And we're going to take a timeout with them, folks. We'll be right back here on the Armstrong family of networks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back to action here at the Hamlin Lions Club field.
Hey, I brought them on earlier at halftime there. I hope people get a chance to come out Sunday at 1 o'clock here at Lions Club field.
Oh,
it's
yes.
the first ever Lincoln County Flag Football League, sponsored by the Hamlin United Methodist Church. Folks, it'll be interesting to see this first year doing flag football.
Sure will.
It's taken on everywhere.
All right, so we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter here. Lincoln County with a third and long situation. Bates pump fakes, looking for the man deep. Got a man, looking. Overthrows his intended target. That's Colin Miller. And it was well covered up there, too, by Dominic Collins, number 5 for Princeton. And Lincoln County's got a fourth and long. Probably have to punt this one away, Brian.
But I really do like that play call. In that situation, it's third and long. And what Bates did right there, I'm going to give my receiver a chance.
Sure,
I'm going to throw it
sure.
up. Let's try to see if I can give him a chance and see if we can make something to play. I mean, it's 28-0 here in the fourth quarter. You're looking for something positive. So why not give it a check and see?
Right. I mean, Cochran did that at the end of the first half, and he threw like a 7-yard pass that went 70 yards to the house.
You never know.
That's exactly right. You never know. So fourth and long for Lincoln County. Colin Miller back to in punt formation. Ooh, quick kick there. It's going to check up for Princeton. I think we might have interference on the return there, Brian. You can't cover up the eligible man who's trying to receive the punt there.
Yep. I think you'll get that on Lincoln County. Even though it was short, still can't do it.
Facebook has that audience if you need to. Yes, I'll chat. See you guys. See you, bud.
So who was? I was looking here earlier. I did get a score.
Okay.
From our next opponent.
From Roane County, I believe they're playing St. Mary's.
Yes, it was. And right now, 6-0. It's got scored in the second quarter.
Okay.
Roane County in favor. So it looks like they have a tough battle on their hands before we go to Roanoke next week, don't we?
We do. We go to Spencer next week. Yeah. Kick catch interference against Lincoln County. And there's dead ball personal foul against Princeton. So will those penalties offset? No, they will not. It'll be first down Princeton. The penalties do offset, but it looks like Princeton will take possession where the ball was blown dead.
Yeah, I was looking here at the Metro News scoreboard, and it's nice to be able to watch that again, to see that.
And to see scores on there.
Yeah, to see scores.
Like a plethora of scores, not just a handful.
And we know, and I'm just hoping everybody stays safe and we can get this season going on with the new Delta variant as Princeton gets ready for first down.
Okay, Cochran in the gun. 3 receivers to his right. He's going to take and hand it off to Jacob Young. Jacob Young's got another chunk play from the backfield, 10, 15, 16, almost 17 yards on that carry. First and 10 Tigers.
Did a nice job again. Huge hole. I mean,
big hole.
The first contact he had was the first time where he got tackled. And if you look at him, though, these running backs, they're not the type of guys that's going to make 3 or 4 people miss.
Right.
They're not. They're going to, like I said, plant one foot in the ground. I'm headed north-south. If you stop me, you stop me.
Right.
I mean, it's power football at its best.
That's exactly right. So Princeton breaks the huddle. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Cochran in the shotgun. He's going to take and hand it off to Young again. Young bounces outside to his left. He's being pursued over there by the Panthers, and he's going to surge forward ahead. Goodness gracious. Jacob Young just surging ahead, and I think he might have another first down, Brian, on another chunk play.
Yeah, I believe he did get it again. Right off that left-hand side, he bounces outside and then turns it north-south.
So the chains will move again for the Tigers, piling up yards on the ground.
Yeah, again, a little surprising from what I thought we were going to see this ball game because, I thought we've got Cochran coming in. We got a nice receiving core. We're going to see them air out everywhere. They just haven't had to. And like I said, I've been impressed with their coaching staff of saying we are a big-time, big-play offense, but if we're going to get runs like this, let's just keep taking them.
Yeah, well, we can get big plays in the run game, too.
Yep.
So Cochran's going to take and hand off to Young yet again, who surges forward, and he's going to pick up 3, 4, maybe 5 yards on that carry, Brian.
Yeah, if you look at tonight's, a big difference in tonight's game, negative plays. They've had very few negative plays.
Very few, yes.
On offense, you sit there and go, well, they only gained 5. But it's 2nd and 5. My playbook's wide open.
Sure.
I can call anything right now.
Sure, absolutely. It's at your disposal. I mean, 2nd down and 5. You're on Lincoln County's. Inside Lincoln County's 20.
Yeah, so really right now, you could almost at 2nd and 5 say, you know what, I'm going to throw one.
Sure.
I'm a quarterback. If I don't complete it, so what? I got 2 more downs to get the first down on the running game.
Right. So let's see what Cochran does here. He's got 2 receivers stacked each way. And it is a play action. He throws it to the man who's going to spin his way into the end zone, and that is number 5, Dominic Collins, in for the Tiger touchdown from about 18 yards out.
Nice play, and even looks like he's got a little bit of a injury, but he's doing okay. What's really funny? That injury doesn't hurt as bad when you score.
That's right.
If you noticed that one, folks. Anytime you get to that end zone, that didn't quite hurt as bad as I thought it did.
So Cochran with the 2nd touchdown toss of the night, this time to Dominic Collins from about 18 yards out. And Casey Giso comes in to try the extra point kick again. There's the snap, the spot, the kick is up, and it is true for Gesso, and the Tigers increase their lead, Brian, with 9:45 to go here in the 4th quarter. Princeton leads Lincoln County 35-0.
Again, I want to take a moment to thank some of our sponsors, All That and More, located in Hamlin, West Virginia. Again, folks, where the old red light used to be, just stop by, and yep, Ryan, you want to hear it, but it's some of the best ice cream I've ever had. Their milkshakes are awesome. But again, they're not just that. They're all that and more. Stop by, T-shirts, candles. The bakery's in there now. I mean, so, again, stop by, give the girls a shout there, say, I want one of these big banana splits. I'd also like to thank Lincoln Primary Care Center. The folks have been serving Lincoln County for numerous years. They've definitely expanded into Southern West Virginia health systems into Southern West Virginia.
Yes.
Do a fantastic job. They've done a great job during this COVID pandemic.
They sure have.
We are really blessed in this county to have such a medical facility located because a lot of rural counties don't have this opportunity.
True.
So Lisa Leach and her staff do a fantastic job, and we appreciate all they do.
Speaking of the LPCC staff, I got to give a shout out to my sister, who is the laboratory guru at LPCC here in Hamlin. My sister Tina, I want to give you a shout out, and my mother, who everybody's home watching the broadcast tonight, I hope. My mother, a retired nurse from LPCC, and I just want to say, hey, thank you guys for covering for me tonight so we can bring this broadcast to you.
Yeah, we've got to say a shout out to Miss Pritchard. Love you, wishing you nothing but the
Love you,
best.
miss you, yes.
Absolutely. I mean, a long-time supporter. For folks that doesn't know, Ryan and his parents love Lincoln County sports, supported them for years, and we appreciate all that they've done.
Well, we appreciate you too, Brian, as well. And looks like the kickoff rolls into the end zone, and Lincoln County is going to have a 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So with 9:32 to go here in the fourth quarter, yes, the game's 35-0. It's out of hand.
Sure.
But this is where the coach still has to say, okay, we got 9 more games.
We have to get better.
We have to get better,
Right.
and this is how we do it. This is where we do it right now.
Okay, let's see what Bates and the Panthers have in store on this drive. Bates in the shotgun fires a quick pass over to Miller. Miller eludes one tackler, and he's coming up the sideline. Has 5, has 10, maybe 15 on the play. And it's going to be a first down for Lincoln County on a nice bit of pitch and catch.
Yeah, a little explosion down the middle there. I really like that. I mean, when he got the ball, again, he got tied up with the blocker a little bit, but sheds him off real quick and explodes up. That's what you want to do, north-south.
So 1st and 10 for Lincoln County at the Princeton 31. 8:45 to go here in the fourth quarter. Bates in the shotgun, 2 receivers. To his right, he's going to hand off to Isaiah Smith, who spins away from one tackle in the backfield, and he eludes another defender with a stiff arm and picks up positive yardage. He's going to have about 4, maybe 5 yards on that carry, Brian.
Yeah, I wondered, it looked like the official, I thought there was maybe a face mask there, but it was kind of almost a delayed flag. It was like he had to think about it for a second. Did he do that? Yeah, I think he did.
Well, again, first game jitters for everybody, I suppose. But it looks like he did get the flag out, and we will have a personal foul. Horse collar, excellent. Right around the face mask gear, Brian,
Yep.
That's right. And that is going to be 15 yards from the spot. That's going to give the Panthers another first down.
And again, though, this is something to build on. It's a good positive play. What they just got to do, I mean, if I'm the coaching staff for Lincoln County after this ball game, that's the one thing I talk about. Avoid negative plays. We've been our own worst enemy.
We have, that's for sure. So Bates is in the shotgun again. 3 receivers to his right this time, 1 to his left. Take play action, rolling to his right. Dumps it off to the short man. That's Luke Adkins. I do believe that was 20.
Yep, nice play.
Is that Luke? No, I'm sorry. 20?
That's 28. I think that was Luke. I think.
Was that Luke? Okay.
Again, nice play design. Nice rollout. And don't get me wrong, I'm taking nothing away from Princeton. I mean, they've definitely earned the game tonight.
Oh, sure.
Their offensive and defensive line's done a magnificent job controlling the line of scrimmage up front. And that's where a lot of this, games are always won in the trenches, they say.
Exactly right. So another first down on the pass from Bates to Adkins. Panthers moving the ball inside the Tiger 40.
I think we'll get a false start on the Panthers. I think their running back left just a bit early.
Flag on the play. The illegal shift against Lincoln County. Good call, Brian.
That's that Bob Euchre just a bit outside.
So Princeton will accept that penalty, 5 yards. Mark it off from the line of scrimmage. Panthers will be facing a 1st and 15 at the Tiger 42.
But now here's where I think as a staff right now, we've got to work on, we had that 5-yard play. Let's don't let it kill the drive. Let's find a way to pick up just 15 yards.
The power of positive thinking. 1 receiver split each way for Bates, who's in the gun. Fakes a handoff. Rolling to his left. Rolling, looking. He's going to tuck it and pick up some yardage. Has 5, has 10 before he's pushed out of bounds by number 34. That is Noah Basham.
Basham's had a good game tonight. But then again, look what Bates did right here. Again, positive play. Positive yardage, That was a smart heads up. Now look, now we're in 2nd down and manageable. So that was a great job.
So 2nd down, we'll call it 3 yards from the Tiger 30. 6:45 to go here on a rolling clock in the fourth quarter. Princeton comfortably ahead 35-0, but the Panthers looking for their first score of this 2021 season. So handed off to Isaiah Smith, who bobbles it a little bit on the exchange. He's going to be wrapped up, but still fighting, and finally brought down behind the line of scrimmage. I think the initial surge will spot him up further, but it's going to be a loss regardless on the play.
Yeah, that's that offensive rule is definitely a good rule to play like that, because he was fighting, and could have had a 10-yard loss to keep fighting, but they give him that forward momentum.
So it's a loss on the play, brings up a third down, and we'll call it 9 from the 35.
And for Lincoln County, still got 2 downs to get this. You don't have to get it all in the first down.
That's right.
This play.
Bates straight drop back. Looking. Has plenty of time. Good blocking up front. Bates is going to tuck it, get what he can. Moves out of bounds. And again, like you said, didn't get it all on that shot. Moves the ball upfield and makes it a fourth down, and we'll call it about 4.
Yeah, much better than 4th and 9.
Right.
Much better than 4th and 9.
Much better than 4th and 9. You're right.
I like Bates' composure, on that play. If you've seen that, he was comfortable the whole time back there. Even though a little light pressure he had there, he was still comfortable surveying the field. Eyes always downfield. That's the one thing that's very important as a quarterback. Keep them eyes downfield as much as you can.
So the Panthers set for 4th down here and 4 yards to go from the Tiger 31. Bates in the shotgun. 2 receivers split each way. Straight drop for Bates, who's under pressure, being pursued from behind, and he's going to be tracked down from behind by 34, Noah Basham, who wraps up the ankles, and it's going to be no gain and a turnover on downs for Lincoln County.
Nice defensive call there. It was a little bit of a gamble, because really that's the play you wish Lincoln County, if they'd have called something to the right, because he came off the blitz off this side. Bates never really saw him coming. If we'd have been going something to the right, it'd have been wide open, because he had to avoid something. But, sometimes you call it right. Sometimes the coach,
sometimes
you get it
call
right.
It right. Yeah, that's right. So the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 here. 4:28 to go in the game. Leading comfortably 35-0. Clock is rolling. So it looks like Conklin will bring out the troops. And they're going to take a timeout. Making some wholesale substitutions there, I think, on the Princeton sideline. Brian, we're going to take a timeout, too, and we'll be right back here with more action right after this brief word on the Armstrong family of networks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at Hamlin Lions Club Field. 4:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. Grant Cochran takes and hands off to his running back. That is looking for that gentleman's number 3, J.J. Spriggs on the carry for little or no gain.
Brought down by number 45. That's Andrew McLeod. Nice little tackle by Andrew McLeod. And, Ryan would be remiss to say that it is still fall sports season. We've got girls soccer, boys soccer, cross country, girls volleyball, cheerleading. And their season's getting ready to start off now. I know girls volleyball scrimmage Covenant tonight, 1 in 3 straight sets. Looked very impressive doing that. Coach Igo's got her senior squad this year.
This should be their year, actually. I look for Lady Panthers volleyball to make some noise this year. I truly do. Cochran takes and hands off to Spriggs again, who's sweeping to his right. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. Flag flies in.
Usually that right there may be a holding.
Might be a hold?
Yep.
Let's wait.
We'll get a holding on the.
See what our referee says. Preliminary indication. Illegal block in the back against the Tigers. And that'll be backed up from the point of the foul. And the Tigers will replay 2nd down after the penalty yardage is marked off.
Yeah, it's another sport we were joking about tomorrow. I had the pleasure of going to see a cross-country meet, and, man, I commend these kids so much because it's painful.
Cross-country's, I think it's like it's 3 miles or a little over
for the high school.
Okay.
I think it's like 1.5 around that for the middle schoolers.
Whew. Looks like we've got a new man in at quarterback. Or at least taking the snaps. That's number 21 for Princeton, Marquell Lowe.
Again, brought down by Nolan. No, sorry, that was number 4, Colin Miller. Called his name quite a few times tonight. I mean, that's, you watch this game as a coach and you see 35-0, and you think it's no. There's been some bright spots.
There has been,
and you have to highlight those bright spots as well as the bad. We can correct some of the mistakes we've had. Like I said, for the O-line, they're still gelling.
Sure.
This is the first game. This is where you make your big jump in the next week. You say, okay, we always used to joke, the eye in the sky never lies.
Right.
You get to watch some film and say, okay, let's see what we did right, what we did wrong.
So Cochran in the shotgun, 2 receivers split each way. He's going to take play action pass. Cochran looking, has a man wide open who delays out and catches it. That's Connor Padgett, number 4. Second diving catch of the night, and it's going to be a first down for the Tigers with under 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. And I think a lot of folks will be like, it's 35-0. Why are you throwing the ball? Well,
it's still the first game of the season.
I'm under the impression, you got to get your reps in.
I mean, it really does.
I know that sounds terrible to say, but
it does. It does. But you still got 9 games too.
Right.
And, like I said, they haven't had to throw the ball a lot tonight. So let's try to maybe work on some stuff that we're going to see later in the year.
It's not like he's throwing deep or anything like that. He threw a crossing route.
Yep.
So 1st and 10 Tigers at their own 43. Quick pass over the middle. Caught and complete to number 25. 26, Kareem Prophet on the reception. 1st and 10 Tigers.
Again, nice little, you can see what they've got in quarterback. You can see just from that throw.
Sure.
Nice tight spiral, just a little quick flip of the wrist. That's why he's so sought after.
That's right. So Cochran picks up another first down on the pitch and catch to Kareem Prophet. Cochran in the gun, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Takes and hands off to Jacob Young. Jacob Young picks up a nice block there, and he's going to surge forward for about 6, 7, 8 yards on that play.
Yeah, brought down by Lucas Johaim for Lincoln County, number 10.
Looks like the Tigers are going to run this clock out, Brian. 20 seconds to go here in the contest, folks. I think this one's just about in the books, as neither team looks like they're going to snap off another play.
Yeah, again, Princeton came in tonight and did what they had to do. Again, very impressed by the Tigers. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with in AAA.
They are going to be a force to be reckoned with in AAA as the final seconds tick off here at Lions Club Field. The winner is the Princeton Tigers in impressive fashion, 35-0, Brian. But a lot of that also had to do with Lincoln County proverbial shooting themselves in the foot a little bit. 3 costly turnovers led to 3 Princeton touchdowns.
Yeah, absolutely. There's 21 points. 21 of the 35 off 3 turnovers. We talked about it at the beginning of this game. Penalties, turnovers. For Lincoln County, the negative plays is what's killed them.
Yes.
They had so many in this game. But again, that's something that the coaching staff can go back. Let's watch film. Let's try to correct the mistakes that we made this game. It was the first game.
It was the first game.
Again, with some new people filling positions.
Right.
Especially along the offensive line. You get them to gel a little bit more this next week. Get them to learn from their mistakes, start working more as a unit. This season ball, it's just one game.
It's one game.
Yeah, absolutely. It means nothing as far as the season goes.
In no way does one game make the season.
Absolutely not. I can say this for Lincoln County, we may go on a run here. You may see this team later on in the year, and the playoffs will be a different game.
Well, sure. Yeah, you never know. It's funny how, we were talking while we were off the air there. The football gods, they're a fickle bunch.
They're a fickle bunch.
They're a fickle bunch, ladies and gentlemen, just letting you all know. So, again, does one game not make the season? So Lincoln County will be on the road next week in Spencer, West Virginia, taking on the Raiders of Roane County. Should be a good matchup again for Lincoln County, as I think we last saw Roane County was leading St. Mary's.
Yeah, 6-0.
6-0, and St. Mary's has always been a proverbial lock for the single-A playoffs the last 4, 5, 6 seasons as far as that goes. So, Roane County may have also improved during a real off-season this year as opposed to last year.
I talked to people about earlier in the week. We're talking about, are there any, in AAA, there are no easy games. There's nobody on that schedule that you go, hey, we can bring our B game today and still win this one.
Right.
That just doesn't happen.
No.
And listen, for the state of West Virginia, I'll say this. If you look across the state, and you follow some recruiting websites, the talent is rising.
Sure it is.
I mean, it's
Absolutely.
really getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So there are no bad players.
Well, it's like you alluded to, bigger, faster, stronger. That's what these
Absolutely.
kids are working on, and they actually had more of a traditional fall camp, for lack of a better phrase, than they did a year ago.
Oh,
You know.
like I said, world of difference from a year
World of
ago.
difference.
And again, folks, we hope all our viewers out there are trying to be as safe as you can.
We do.
I mean, trust me, I'm sure all of us would just soon never hear that word again. I mean, we just don't want to talk about COVID, but unfortunately, it's with us.
Right.
So try to be safe. Again, if you've not been vaccinated and you want to be, by all means, the clinic will probably have plenty. Lincoln Primary Care Center has plenty of areas.
Oh, sure.
Stop in and
Sure.
get yourself vaccinated, and we just hope soon that this thing is over with.
That's exactly right. So on behalf of our Armstrong family of networks and our sponsors, all that and more, and the Lincoln Primary Care Center, I am merely Ryan Pritchard, signing off with my tag team partner, Brian Vance. And ladies and gentlemen, please take care of yourselves and each other. And we will see you next time right here for more Panther football on the Armstrong family of networks. Take care.